no further. This is the inner sanctum of the Archbishop. You shall not desecrate it with your unholiness. Now turn around and walk back to the chapel. If you wish to have an audience with Trecha, you need to speak to him during his daily sermon. I don't know what this other guardsman told you, but whatever he told you was wrong. Trecha is not receiving any visitors tonight. Time of night is probably right around 7 p.m. Maybe a little bit later, 7:30, right around dusk. And this be where we at. Oh, and you'll hear a lot of accents tonight. We have
poorly done accents.
Poorly done accents.
Except for the DM.
We try.
Well noted.
The Shadarkai, which are the natives of the Shadowfell, we're not actually in the Shadowfell, but this entire city was sort of yanked from the Shadowfell and brought into Faerun in a sort of rift through time and space. But natives, I said, have, in order to have them sound very, very different, they have sort of like this Jamaican, I think, patois. So I don't do it really well. It's a very difficult way to talk. But when they be talking, they have a little bit of a accent. At least it makes it so that you know when someone is talking to you and they be a native of the Shadowfell, they have this sort of an accent to them, especially if they be Shadakai.
I'm a native of the Shadowfell. I've worked on my accent.
And it's true. And you do have different, like the Shadarkai are the ones that have that, whereas Stone, who just said that, he is not a Shadarkai. He's a human from the Shadowfell. And so few humans actually have that sort of Shadowfell patois accent. A lot of you'll find a lot of different accents there. German being a very common one, sort of a, yeah, it says very good, yeah. Sometimes Russian, but I just like to use different accents to try to differentiate between all of the different NPCs that players run into. But right now, I have a notice that says your connection to the server has been interrupted. Anything you do right now will attempt to send when you get back online. But to be in the safe side, you may want to stop doing anything important. I don't know. Like important, like trying to play the game. I don't know. But what we will do right now is we shall go to Umbra. So the Ebony Guardsman draws his sword and is physically barring your path, and he has given you an order to turn around and head back towards the temple. What would you like to do? And there is a door directly to your right here. That is a door.
Right here. Okay.
That's a door. It's a
okay,
door
right.
above.
Directly to my right?
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't know what that leads to, though, would I?
No.
Okay.
You do not. You do not know what that leads to.
But I can see in this hallway that there are 2 more guards down at the end.
Yep.
Okay. Having amazing wisdom and a keen sense of logic and rationale. So in Shantan's mind, what had been happening was he knows the power that he holds, and he was under the thought that the Ebony Guard would not be so dim as to take this for granted. I feel that I've been proven wrong in that, and that this tactic is not working.
Did somebody pull a sword?
They did. Are you outside though still?
No, I followed you guys in. I'm probably
okay.
about 20 feet behind you, kind of meandering in.
Gotcha.
So I may or may not have seen the sword because there's a few people in between us.
Mark, do I know anything about this, High Priest?
You know that he's been in power probably for roughly 15, 16 years. The previous high priest disappeared under mysterious circumstances. And
was that the guy who I had contact with? The guy who
yeah.
Okay.
And they say, like you've heard, that I mean they treat him like he is a true priest. They say he's got the blessing of the Raven Queen.
Okay. I look back at Stone and I say, Big Stone, you guan be handling this?
Depends on how Stone rolls tonight, because he may go, yes.
I think perhaps we should return for prayers.
Right, Big Stone. Communing with the Raven Queen. That be sounding like a good idea. I look at this ebony guardsman and I say, the Raven Queen not known for her forgiveness. This one time you may be seeking some grace. We crossed paths again. I be thinking your smarter side be wanting to meet the Raven Queen. You listen to us a little bit stronger, yeah.
You can see him. He's kind of looking at you. You see him pause for a minute, and he says, "Look," he says, "I don't mean to question your faith, but I'm under orders.
Perhaps.
Now, you may indeed have business to deal with Trecha, but no one told me, nor did they tell his personal guard to relay the orders to the chamber guards. So my hands are tied. I mean no disrespect. You obviously bear all the trappings of a very devout and very adherent worshiper of the Queen. I wish no harm upon you, but without any orders, I must again ask that you take your business back into the temple."
The Raven Queen will remember.
The Raven Queen,
The Raven Queen will remember.
I feel like I need to roll resist casting hold person before leaving.
Do it.
My first thought was just cast hold person and just walk past him, and then hold person, hold person.
I like your first
his
thoughts.
attitude noticeably changed when you talked to him with that sort of authority. He went from being like a get the fuck out of here to like a okay, like, hey, I'm just doing my job, man. Like, okay, you seem really serious, and I don't want to offend you, but yeah.
All right, I say, your respect is earned, and stay here till we be coming back. my business with Trey Shaw not be finished. And I say, and just know that the Raven Queen sends her blessings, and I'm gonna cast Hold Person right before turning around and walking away. So that is, I'm gonna cast spell.
So you just had to decide if you were going to hold person and walk past him, or hold person and walk away.
That is not the right DC. The DC is 21. I don't know why it's saying that.
Suddenly said I had no internet, so reloading.
We see your internet.
Internet raise you. Big truck.
Mic on.
A series of tubes.
Oh, it says here.
Yeah.
It says here the DC is 19.
Yeah, that one's dirty already.
Mic off. Mic on.
How do you have a DC of 19?
What's that?
How do you get a DC of 19?
I'm actually looking that up right now.
It's 8 plus your spell modifier plus your proficiency level, yeah? Or proficiency? Or is it not proficiency?
Your wisdom is in there somewhere.
Yeah, you're right. Whatever your casting ability is. So, yeah. So for Lando, it's 8 plus your wisdom or your intelligence plus your, and then it's your, is it proficiency level?
I don't know.
Or, yeah. None of us know. We've only been playing this for 7 years, guys.
Well,
Yeah.
The rules that we've changed from, I guess I just use the character sheet now and I trust it because it's a good one.
It says 19 on the character sheet. So cleric and druid spells have a DC of 19.
Cleric and druid. Oh shit! And that might be something from one of your abilities, one of your items. That might be the class. I can't remember because it's again some of the stuff has changed a number of times, and some like some stuff that I gave you from like 4th edition or from Dungeon World, like didn't have abilities that transferred over, and then so we had to sort of remake them on the fly.
Right. Well, this is just saying it's on my character sheet where it says cleric, druid, and ranger spells are all a DC of 19.
If it's on your character sheet, you know that trumps most things.
Trump in. So yeah, I mean, I'm.
What's your, so like okay. Yeah, I'm trying.
So my wisdom is 20, so that's a modifier of 5.
Okay.
So it's at least a 13.
Yeah. My proficiency being at, is it 18th level?
Let's see, did he? Ooh! I don't care whether it's a 15 or a fucking 19 or a 10. You got him.
Oh,
Whoa.
gosh.
You see his eyes just kind of glaze over and he freezes in place with just a very statuesque look on him.
If that happens, I am going to mentally communicate to mine to just continue on.
Gotcha. Yeah, he had turned around and he was just kind of waiting for you guys. As soon as you communicate that to him, and you can communicate telepathically.
Yep, it's,
Sweet. Okay.
Who are you communicating that to?
And his
other guy.
I have a dominated ebony guardsman.
And what's the
So now we have 2.
Well, he's hell.
What is the at the end of each turn that you make another saving throw? Okay, so he gets to continue to make saving throws at the end of each turn. And then what is the duration? Like
1 minute. 1 minute.
Gotcha.
With concentration. Let's see here.
Okay, is everybody scooting up and following the dominated guard?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I should be right behind him by now.
I'm doing more of a saunter than a scoot, but yes.
And I more waddle than anything.
Swagger.
I just
Am I
waddle.
the only person outside still?
Probably.
Everybody else is in there with me?
Alistero is out there with you.
God damn it. All right.
I
What about
do
Alistair's
the Conor
cat?
McGregor walk as a
Yep.
dwarf.
With that much armor on, it doesn't really look like anything.
So I just waddle.
Yeah, you can't really tell. That exaggerated emotion is lost in the armor.
I just.
So what happens when he, the dominated guard, essentially tries the same? Well, we've got to open on up.
I kill him.
He walks up to these two. They watch him approach, and you see him. He gets up and he starts to turn to go through this door. The guard directly in front of the door puts his arm on him, and you can hear him asking some questions. Make a perception check. See if you can hear him.
Buddy.
Sure.
Yeah, I've got good perception. I want to roll.
I unfortunately do not. He's not terrible, I guess.
No, not today. I don't.
Nope.
Thank God I got that roll out of the way.
All right.
It's hard to hear through the
Lando, you hear. You can hear clearly. Perhaps it's the mental telepathy you have going with your guardsman, but you hear him asking why he's going to see Trey Cha, and he says, "I need to take them to Trey Cha," and he says, "I didn't hear anything about this." And again, your guy says, "I need to take them to see Trey Cha."
Tell him that he has found a true
The chosen one.
vessel of the Raven Queen. Someone who can truly channel the Raven Queen.
And he says, "I have found a true vessel of the Raven Queen. Someone who can truly be a vessel."
Be a vessel.
Say it with more emotion. No, don't say that. No, wait. Damn it.
Damn it.
I have a boat of the Raven Queen.
Does it have any? Does it have any effect?
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, I'm gonna keep walking up.
He looks at you at you all, and he says, "No, that's not going to be good enough." He's like, "Which one of these is this vessel?"
One that looks like it.
My friends. A day
With
will
all the
come
fucking
when
feathers.
I'll motion Umbra over.
So I'll go over and I'll motion Stone to follow.
I do.
Now, going back deep into history, Stone was one of these kind of like church temple guards, wasn't he? But
No,
then
he was-
also,
No, he was never. He was never part of
I
the
was a
guard.
city guard.
Yeah, he
city
was.
guard.
Yeah. He was just a rank and file soldier.
Okay. But then once I touched him, he
Touched by
got
an angel.
got the blessing of the Raven Queen,
I
and
did.
has been
Yeah, he did.
hasn't been the same since.
Even after all the therapy.
No, I walked that way because of the armor.
I say, Big Stone, may app your military background be working to talk to these soldiers.
Certainly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring out one of the authority points.
Yeah. There you go.
Nice.
And you've noticed too, and I didn't mention this before, but as you guys have been, since you met Stone, and as he has sort of embraced and taken on more and more of this aspect of, the shield of the Raven Queen, his armor has actually been changing over time. It has been growing. He's got this very, very ornate, very cool full plate armor, and you noticed now that like some of the motifs, some of the etchings on it are beginning to look like raven wings. You've got small
Flaring out a
plaques
little.
that look like raven's eyes. It's definitely it's an interesting thing. It's almost like your apotheosis, but it's as though his faith itself is so strong that it's altering everything that that's closest to him. His clothing, his armor, those things that he's trusting to protect the Raven Queen is actually taking on her aspect.
Okay, so I will walk forward, hearing what Landorian had said. I'm not going to unfurl my wings completely in this hallway because I'm thinking that my wingspan would, greatly outdistance that. But I will I will furl them up and out so they're kind of like the wings in Little Creepy Guy behind me, So they kind of got a good upside down V, and then they come down.
Let's see.
They kind of have like a bird of prey kind of look, like when a hawk or an eagle is diving.
What are you? You got a successful roll for your using the authority. What?
As soon as I feel those wings come out, I let that stay for effect.
Yeah.
And then I will state.
My look and his charismatic mouth telling these guys what's up, like that's what I'm depending on.
Gotcha.
Because my charismatic mouth, like, it ain't happening. I will fuck this up.
The guard says he looks at you, and you see him looking at the other guard, and he says to him, he says, Jan. He says, you wait here. He says, I think this is something that the Archbishop needs to see now. And watch them, make sure that they don't leave. Show them courtesy and respect, and I can see if the Archbishop will grant them audience. And he looks at you, Schotten, and he says, you, with the magnificent wings, obviously been a great gift of the Queen indeed. Who should I tell the Archbishop is requesting an audience with?
You may be telling the Archbishop the name I possess is Shatin, Harbinger and High Priest of the Raven Queen. The true God has come back, made her presence known through me. And now I make her presence known to you.
And although time-wise, you were, it's been 20 years since you were that, like, you were a wanted man in Carrack's Cross, especially by the Ebony Guard.
Yep.
Under the name Schotten, which is why you adopted the mantle of Umbra.
Yep.
These guys are either new or they're just not real quick on the uptake. They're like, Schotten, cool, I'll let them know. He's got multiple keys on there. Pulls one on a large string, inserts it into the door.
Caravan's gonna have that.
What are you looking for? Oh. Use the rag. The big one. Sorry, the daughter's making slime.
Oh, God.
Priorities.
Yep.
She found a new recipe.
Yeah.
So who knows what it's going to turn out to be?
My guess is slime.
My guess is a clumpy
A mess.
Yeah.
100.
Give me 1 second here. Jub-a-dub-a-dub-dub-dub.
Hope you're looking up what all those other keys unlock for me.
Didn't work. Just the slime. Now you're going to get outside the recipe and see what happens. Okay. You know what happens when you start changing the recipe.
Hello.
She just told me, like I did with the volcano, remember?
Going off script.
Landorian's gonna, as this guy starts to open that door, Landorian's just gonna start going and tell his dominated ebony guard to follow that guy right behind him. We're not waiting for him to go find somebody else and bring back a bunch of guard buddies.
They may try to kidnap Shotten just based on past experience.
We have the initiative.
They tried to kill me.
No,
right
they
now
tried
we
to
have
kill
the initiative.
straight up.
And
Yeah.
if we
Mark
let
the
them
second. Mark the second a guard steps forward. That's when I will use. I've been holding my breath since that's happened, so I'm still holding on to that influence. And because I've been holding my breath, my chest is really big. Very intimidating.
He's swelling. His stone's swelling.
It's like
So,
a bird in cold weather.
If anyone moves, just let me know.
All right, the door opens. First guard goes in. The one who was called Jan. As Landorian tries to follow, he immediately steps in front of the door, holds out his hand, and he says, "No, Bright Eye, you need to wait out here for audience with the Archbishop. He may not be decent."
Landorian will
Step
turn at
back.
him and glare.
I say, wait, hold on. This is when I run out my breath.
This is his moment.
Step back, or the queen will have your eyes.
Ooh, all right, roll it. So you get advantage. You got a 20 on it.
The dwarf visibly gets excited.
See, here comes the roll. Oh. All right. Shit. Out here for audience with the Archbishop.
Can I aid with persuasion and or intimidation?
Landorian will
aid basically.
I say, wait, hold on. This is when I run out my breath.
This is his moment. I'm just
Step
making
back,
sure.
or the queen will have your eyes.
All right. Yeah, you've got him intimidated. He audience with the Archbishop. He does. He takes a step back.
Just everybody walk quick.
I stand between him and the door, allowing everybody to follow in.
Follow in quick order.
Landorian will continue on just like he meant to after
go on.
glaring at that guy for touching.
Bad touch.
I'll try not
I
to
said no
spike
touching!
him. I'll try not to spike him as I walk by.
But not real hard.
Just, gently slide.
All right. You enter the chamber. As you do so, you see
Charging battery.
what looks to be a somewhat
Charging
elderly
battery.
Shadar Kai man with long, flowing white hair, dark skin, dark complexion, sitting studying at a large book. There's incense burning on the desk next to him, candle lights all around the room. As the guard, you see him, he's looking over at his shoulder to the guard. The guard looks behind in a bit of surprise to see Landorian coming in behind.
Okay.
And you can hear you can hear the guard say Schotten, and at that point, the Archbishop jumps up from the table and he says, "You idiot! You let in the betrayer!" And
I guess hold person.
Immediately
Mark, you saw my hold person on the guard at the door, right?
Aha! I did not, but there you go. For guard at door. Boom. Okay, here comes the roll. And hold on. I'm actually going to do sign in, and I'm going to do
Called me a betrayer, man? Fuck. Let's talk. Let's talk a little bit first. Gonna talk shit.
Yeah, I was going to give him disadvantage too, just because of your successful intimidation. But he missed the save, so he is now held. So hold on, let me do the holds on these guys. These guys are held. What is a good thing for held?
When they're held, can I take their hand and like stick their finger up their nose? Or... If I can do that, that's what I'll do.
I think that constitutes an attack.
They become statues? Is that it?
Just basically locks them in place.
Down each other's pants.
You should get some gloves on with that. Too late.
Let's do. Got that.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second here. Is this?
So how many guards are in there right now with us? No, I don't want to touch that. No, don't make a mess. Don't wash them. Wash them.
Can't believe motherfucker called me a betrayer.
Right?
Didn't even know me. It's been a long time.
That too.
Yeah, like first thing.
The betrayer. I am not no Shadow Kai.
Fuck, like I don't really actually want to be a priest here. I was gonna give him a chance to like maintain his title and his service and stuff like that. But if motherfucker's gonna throw insults, motherfucker's gonna die.
What happened to forgiveness?
There was only one way this night was going to end.
With another dead body.
There was only one way this night was going to end.
Oh.
The betrayer.
The betrayer.
Satan, the betrayer.
Like, man.
You fool.
It's like, come on, bro. You ain't got a name call.
Yeah, no, his guard clearly is not a fool. I mean, he's a good guy. He works hard. He made a mistake. He's human. He makes mistakes.
He make no mistake.
He's not human. He's Shadar-kai, right?
No reason to resort to name
The first
calling.
guard that went in was human. The second guy is Shadar-kai, the guy who's Jan.
So there's only 2 guards in the room with us and the priest.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is held.
Are these guards are the guys who we're trying to recruit into our...
Yeah, we're not here to kill them.
Right. But if we have to, I can bring him back.
Killing.
I mean, if the Raven Queen wants him in her army, she'll allow that to come back.
She brings back everyone else I try to kill, why wouldn't she? I used to like her, and now I'm starting to wonder.
Oops.
I can't move the men in roll 20. I can't move your guys, so I can't see what the fuck is going on there.
Jesus, I thought I had hit points.
this guy right here is the.
Okay.
Is the guy in the red robe is the Archbishop?
Yes. Yeah, he's the one who.
You don't have a picture of him.
He hasn't formally introduced himself.
That's
However, you would guess by
Mic off.
context that he is
Mic on.
most certainly the Archbishop. Trecha Shadowsoul.
His reputation precedes him.
He is a satchel of male sexual organs.
And let's see.
Way to put it, but I think technically accurate.
Wow.
Oh, Guardian of Faith is still going on. Oh, okay, cool. So shoot. And has that been following him around? Is that like the big bright shiny disky thing?
Yeah, it's basically a shield and a sword. The shield emblazoned with the Raven Queen crest.
Yeah, I guess Fairy Fire would still be going too.
So we just look all sorts of impressive.
Well, they're both on
I
shot.
like it.
No.
Okay. I mean, still though.
Right. They're all on air. Everybody's like, stop it, I'm trying to hide.
Basically, I cast Guardian of Faith to be like an example of like this is
Power.
the
True
real
power.
It's like a visual representation of the Raven Queen's presence.
Yeah, but I haven't dispelled it, so it's still hanging with me.
So
It's
everybody
been
needs
followed.
to roll the initiative. Remember to select your
Initiative
token first.
is Apnin.
Endo with the 22 initiative.
Right. Wow.
Wish those elves would roll better.
What are you talking about? My 17 is horrible.
It's for you.
It's a
You rolled
garbage
one?
roll.
Like the worst I've rolled in 4 years.
I was about to rage quit until you said that.
What, bitches?
Well, of course, the dwarf goes before everybody.
He's already pumped up.
Nice.
Out of the way! I'm hugging this fucker.
He wants to try his new sword. He doesn't know what it does.
It does like half the damage that he's used to doing.
With
We'll
a
see.
Short sword.
Maybe. Haven't seen it yet.
Okay, we got. I think we got everybody on there. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think so. Is Service still around? I don't see him. I have it just so whoever's actively talking.
Yes, I'm still
Oh,
around.
okay. Hey, there you are. Yay. If you
And
would
dude,
like,
why do you have it on the only person who sees the one who's actively talking?
because I'm on my
Gal-
phone.
Put it on
Oh.
gallery view.
I
It's on
can't
his
because I can't
phone.
see everybody. Then I have to
You can do
manually
both.
switch between two different groups.
Yeah,
You can have gallery and
well,
talk.
make it
Not if he's
make
on
the Zoom
phone.
full screen, and then switch to the
There
roll
you go.
20 screen when you need to.
I think he just told you to suck less.
Yeah.
Well, it's on my phone. So it's
Dude,
it's like
I'm standing outside.
Are you still outside? Oh,
Yeah,
Cast.
I'm outside, bro.
I cast
outside with
technology
Melnick?
better on the DM.
I'm standing.
It is my first
the
time with
church.
Zoom. Goddammit! I feel like
I'm standing outside the church in my fucking tuxedo. Just
Yeah, he's in fancy clothes.
yeah, I'm in my fancy clothes.
nice.
I don't have any weapons on me.
Yeah,
sipping a martini.
He's in
I'm
Sunday best.
probably drunk by now.
He's like Bond,
Sounds like eighth
Studwell.
mimosa.
the second son.
So Thargrag, what are you doing? What's your action?
Is it my turn first?
Yeah, you got a 23.
Let me
Well, I-
hold on. Let me.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting until he organized
Okay.
that.
Yeah, there you go.
Certainly isn't not your action.
Greg.
My action?
Yeah. So you hear the shout saying, "You fools! You brought the betrayer in! Get them!"
Oh, he said get them.
Yeah,
That's your
It's
point.
like that.
it's like that.
What does the dwarf brain do?
He's not the fastest. How close am I to the guard that Stone is holding?
Charging
you
battery.
were like 10, 15
Charging
feet.
battery.
You were close. Certainly within range to move there and
Is there
do stuff.
anybody? Is there anybody outside?
The
you can see
close
everybody you can
guard.
see right now.
I kicked the door shut.
Which door are you kicking shut here?
Well,
the back door.
The one right next to me.
That's not a door. That's just a hallway.
Oh,
no, you said he opened the. I thought you opened the key around his neck was right there.
Yeah, we went in the door.
Over here.
That's here.
Yeah. As the map suddenly blows up.
That looked
All
like
of
sonar
our
for a second.
tokens were in the other room at that.
Yeah, I
point,
thought we
so
were
it looked
inside the room.
Yeah, I was under the same impression.
We
Yeah,
all
most
went
of
in the room. Remember? As soon
I
as he
was
opened
the only one
door.
who wasn't. I was standing in between those guys
Yeah.
and the door, but
So we should all be like right.
Landorian is inside the room. He's the only one because that was what triggered. There you go. That was what triggered everything. Actually, Landorian and his dominated guard, because that is what that's what triggered Trey Shaw to jump up and say ah. Yeah. That was the contingency.
Then I rush in and shut the door.
on Umbra and Erebin and Stone.
No, I just pull them all in. Everybody in and shut the door.
I like the effort, but no, I don't. That's not going to.
Well, because there's no way.
We all take spike damage.
Because I'm not going to be able to rush through them. So
you can go through willing targets.
Yes, yeah, you can
willing,
move through any
friendly
person's
targets.
square that allows you to move through.
Yeah.
I'm not always the biggest fan of you, but we're not. I'm
okay, well then I will rush in, and I'm gonna try my fancy new sword on the guard.
I'm gonna try to block him. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm gonna be like,
I just stick a leg out and trip him.
If he trips, then I fall into him.
Shish kebab.
Which also just as bad as the sword.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a total of 25 feet to get to the. Oh no, I'm sorry, 20. Shit. Well, you can't technically end your turn in the square of a.
Well, I can move 20.
So you'd have to move.
You can't land in a space that's occupied.
You would need to move 25.
Then I absolutely don't do anything except go to the doorway and turn around and face whatever's coming at us.
Could you double move and just not attack?
Yeah, you totally could. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But if I
That's
double
what I mean.
moved, I'd still have one more attack actually, because I have 3 attacks, right?
If you can use an action to
Depends on what your class is, because some are reliant on the first
thing
attack.
is, taking a double move, you use your action, and so
Right.
a lot of times you have an attack action that allows you an extra attack. But
Like
if
your
you're not
fighter
using
class.
the attack action at all, then you don't get an
You
extra
can't
attack.
get the second one yet.
Right. Your action represents a major part of your turn. You can only perform one action per turn. The most common action is the attack action, but there are other actions, including dash, which is you can move your extra movement again, disengage, dodge, escape, grapple, help, hide, improvise, ready, search, shove, stabilize, attack, cast a spell.
COVID.
Sneeze.
I
Don't barbarians
have
have like some extra movement stuff though?
I actually have fast movement, an extra 10 feet when that's when I'm not wearing armor. Never mind.
So
I do have but beginning at level 5, I can attack twice instead of once.
Yep.
Whenever you
On the
take the
attack
attack action on your turn.
Right.
So you can either double move or
That's what it would be. Double move.
Yeah.
Right.
It's an either
I
or.
mean, there's certainly one way you could get there. You could move
and dive.
You could move to the doorway and then blast off. Do your fucking dwarfapult, because that gives you what 60 range. So yeah.
How high is that doorway?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll make it. I'll bounce off the top. How high is the ceiling? That's more the question. How tall is the ceiling? Is this a low room or is it a
solid 8 foot?
I mean, when you do that move, that special move with your armor, it basically fires you like a bullet. So it's not like a big arcing. You don't need like.
So it's a direct shot.
It's a direct, yeah. You are
This
literally.
guy will be.
Like a bullet.
He'll be annihilated, and we're not supposed to kill them. I was told. So.
He said attack. So.
Didn't you put little rubber stoppers on all of these things?
Childproof your armor.
But I'm gonna try. I am going to try that with the sword sticking straight out because I'm gonna hit straight with the sword.
You're like, I'm gonna, instead of hitting you with all these points,
I'm gonna hit you with one.
with
Charging
one.
battery.
Maybe I won't kill him.
Charging battery.
So yeah, one move and a jump.
Yeah.
That's what I shall do.
And so you get to do that once every, I believe it's short rest.
Yeah.
But there you go. Yeah. So you want to move, yep, and then blast off. Bam. Do your flying tackle.
What move is that?
I forget. Let's see, where is that?
Is it on my armor? Spiked armor. Move.
Know your stuff, man. Know your stuff.
There's a lot of stuff. There's a sword and a battle axe and an armor.
And a armor.
Which is why I play the barbarian. It's not on the sheet. That's why.
It is on the. It's going to be on your in your handouts. I thought that he might have also had the brass and amber ring, otherwise known as the exploding teleporting fireball ring, but I'm not sure.
I did give that.
Joe
Where'd that? Yeah.
Yes, he does have the brass and amber ring.
He does. Yeah, I know that. And that there is yet another way of getting from one place to another. So yeah, it's being that you don't. You're the little dwarf with the tiny legs that can't move very far. You do have a couple of things that let you get places
faster,
pretty goddamn quick. Okay, so let's see this. This will load up for me. Hello. There we go. You get to make a ranged flying grapple attack with a 40-foot range with no size restrictions once per short rest, which means that normally you can only grapple a target that's only one size larger than you. But basically, being a medium-sized creature, you could grapple a gargantuan dragon if you wanted to.
Okay.
With using this attack, because yeah, you're basically being fired as a cannonball.
But I basically everything turns to fire and flashes to the point of impact.
Well, no, that's different. So you have two different things.
Oh, that's the brass and amber ring. I don't want to do that because I will go 60 feet. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, we don't have 60 feet.
Right. You're gonna blow a hole through the wall. It's gonna be like the Bugs Bunny cartoon, and there's just gonna be a
What's the armor called? Because I don't see the armor on
the armor of Lubric Dol Sarak the Mad.
Dwarf Kool-Aid Man.
The armor of Lubric the Mad. This stuff. Can you see that?
Let me see.
Is it showing up on your? No. Oh shit. Oh, hold on. Let me. Oh, it's only in Carrack. Okay, let me. There we go. There we go. Now, if I do this, hold on, wrong button. Boop. There we go.
Still got nothing.
Did it just pop up on your screen?
Nope.
No, that's the Raven Queen's vestments.
This is that not showing up to you?
I have nothing.
That's not the Raven
Oh,
Queen.
there's the armor. Yeah, okay.
There we go.
So
if
that's
you look
my
down,
armor.
yeah, that's your yeah. Well,
okay, hold on.
Yours is spikier, but yeah.
Mic on.
I want to see it.
It's got the whole right. Lubric Dol Sarak the Mad was an ancient warrior of legendary stamina and ferocity. Lubric Dol Sarak hailed from the Ride, a large area of windswept plains ruled by proud and savage orc and human warlords in the land of Bassa. Born into a life of slavery and poverty, he fought his way to his own freedom in the brutal pit fights of Palashuk. Sages record that he was a man of short stature, but immense fortitude. It is written that in a single pit fight, he fought and defeated 4 Orcish hunters single-handedly with only a stone axe. After buying his freedom, he became a successful mercenary and part-time marauder. Many cast-offs and escaped slaves joined his banner, and his force of fierce raiders became legendary in the region. The sage, Gondoran the Serious of Suzail, wrote that the crown prince of Damara, Prince Halinthir IV, was waylaid by the forces of Lubric Dulsarak on a diplomatic mission to Telos, the seat of power in Vasa. Lubric Dulsarak demanded only a fee to travel safely through his lands. The crown prince flatly refused to pay the brigand and cursed his name. In response, Lubric Dulsarak subdued the entirety of the prince's royal guards and had Prince Halinthir IV stripped of his clothing and possessions and horses and chased through the fields naked by his men all the way to the gates of Talos. Thus started the Second War of Vasa and Damara. Lubric Dulsarak earned his name the Mad during his final campaign. Cornered by the Warlock Knights of Vasa, Lubric Dulsarak received a message from the Warlock Knights offering him fair treatment if he would surrender. Lubric instead gathered his men, outnumbered 20-1 by the Warlock Knights, and charged headlong into the Knights' midst. Rushing furiously from one defender to another, Lubric hewed down 24 knights before finally succumbing to his wounds. This is his armor.
Yeah, the problem is that it's only a grapple attack.
It's only which is great for for a dwarf berserker.
Except that I can't use my sword because I wanted to stab someone. But I'll do the flying attack.
All right, so you get to do roll your grapple.
Actually, hold on just a sec. How far am I to the what's it called? The dude down in the bottom.
Oh yeah,
yes.
You are.
I have 40
he's
feet.
Within range. He's absolutely within range.
I would rather hit him. Just fly all the way across.
You get to do a ranged grapple.
Yep. Let's see. Ranged grapple. And that would be my armor attack, right?
Yes.
Skill. That would be, it's just my attack. Where's my
melee?
Attack?
Mm-hmm.
Melee. I don't see it.
Grapple. So a grapple. The target of your grapple must be no more than one size category larger than you and must be within your reach. When you take the attack action, make an
there's no
athletics
size. There's no size.
Yeah, but there's no. Yeah, he's the same size as you, so it doesn't matter. You make an athletics check contested by the target's athletics or acrobatics, and if you succeed, your target suffers from the grappled condition.
I think I got him.
So a 17.
I don't have surprise because he yelled attack.
I think he's probably still going to be surprised.
He might be because I don't know if I have the initiative because I'm coming from behind everybody else.
You do. He's not like. So if you were a rogue like Erevan, you would get your sneak attack on him because he has yet to act. But which means that you would have advantage and get the sneak attack, but he does not.
Plus, why would you want to surprise him when he could see that coming?
Yeah, I want him to see me coming. Because it's going to be a big fireball coming at him, actually.
Okay. So
oh, no, that's not it.
No.
I'm not using the ring.
No, it's just a screaming, frothing.
It's just a yelling dwarf that says, attack!
It's still something that you would expect on like a Street Fighter game or something.
Yeah. Basically, he's like, oh, you got
it. All right. Let's.
No, he's just yelling, attack! I heard attack. And so he's attacking.
Here comes the oh, motherfucker.
Spry.
Dodged that shit.
He dodged it.
Wow. So I hit the wall.
So you can be right there if you want. Yeah.
Kool-Aid man right through it.
You done missed him, son.
I missed him. Hey, that happens. Critical failure.
Greg just basically go blasting through. He goes soaring right over the head of the fucking first Ebony Guardsman. And then you see a large shower of sparks and spikes just start raking across the ground. The carpet, there are numerous rugs across the ground. They're just being torn to shreds. Sparks are flying everywhere as he just rips a fucking huge furrow right down the seam of this guy's bedroom.
I killed that carpet. Just fucking wrecked it.
Shit out of
It really pulled the room together too. I'm upset about that.
You know what? I just have to say, Lions does not do Aravan justice.
What? Lions played me? Never again. I won't ever miss another day.
I have a shiny new sword.
I did give you the pocket hole though. You were in possession of.
You do have the pocket hole for the dwarf.
Pocket hole.
I have a pocket hole.
The way you guys use the term pocket hole.
And he will cast
you do have the prison pocket, so you can use that anytime.
Disintegrate is what he.
Oh, that's.
We're about to assault a priest, and you guys are talking about the pocket hole and
the prison pocket.
Okay, as you go flying by him.
He cast disintegrate on me?
Let's see. It's not.
Oh no, Landorian.
I was saying to you guys what Landorian was doing, but I was muted.
I'm like, Landorian's gonna cast disintegrate on me as I go. Oh fuck. I know Landorian does not like me very much. Tired of saving me.
Landorian wonders how you have time to speak of such things while in combat.
Because I'm flying across the ground.
There we go. All right. So you see, as you go flying past him, he erupts into right all around him is just crackling orange and yellow flames.
Oh shit!
Ooh, and Lando casts and disintegrate twice somehow.
I'm sorry, I double clicked that. I didn't mean to.
All right, first one. But it's
first one's better.
First one's the money.
Jeez.
A thin green ray springs from your pointing finger to a target they can see within range. The target can be a creature, an object, or a creation of magical force, such as the wall created by a wall force. A creature targeted by the spell must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 10d6 with 40 force damage. If this damage reduces the target to 0 hit points, it is disintegrated. Disintegrated creature and everything it is wearing and carrying except magical items are reduced to a pile of fine gray dust. The creature can be restored to life only by means of a true resurrection spell or a wish spell. The spell automatically disintegrates a larger, smaller, non-magical object or a creature or a creation of magical force. If the target is a huge or larger object or creation of force, this spell disintegrates a 10-foot cube portion of it. The magic item is unaffected by this spell. All right, so he needs to make a dex save versus DC. Wait, what was it? Dexterity saving throw. Versus your DC. DC of 18, you say?
Correct.
Let's see what
savings throws in a round can he make?
Hey, wait a minute. I have a question. I don't think I missed. Because remember, if my score is lower than my strength, then I use my strength, which is 20.
What is this? This is for an athletics check? Shit. Which would count for a fucking grapple.
That's all right. The disintegration is going to be much better than but I was just thinking.
You can hold him while he disintegrates.
He might make the save, but we should wait and find out.
Yeah, but I mean, that's my thought, is that I think that he didn't actually make that move.
Charging battery.
Right. Well, we're already kind of past it.
Yeah, we're past it. I'll remember that future.
Good. Yeah. All right, let's see what happens. Does he save Gerp? He needed to make a what?
200. It was
I think he just made it. Wow.
So what Jack is saying is the dwarf actually hit him.
All right. He saved against it. Now you have a dominated guy. What are you? It says it does not take an action to control him.
Right. Yeah.
Because that spell is pretty fucking
Make him
boss.
sit down.
No, he's gonna go launch himself at this flame-throwing archbishop.
All right. And
Charging
you want
battery.
him to attack?
I want him, or just, yes. Pull his sword and attack.
All right. I think I can. I've got in my little macro bar. I still have Krieger's stuff. I'm like, yeah, I think I can get rid of that now.
Charging battery.
Krieger's not going to be coming back.
Charging battery.
No, I think he's a little bit paced.
Yeah. Let's see. Where is it? All right. Wait, where am
That's
I?
a little bit on Shudwell's mind. I mean, I'm kind of wondering, like, I got this dead guy in my living room or my dining room, I guess.
Right? Like, what's going on?
Just leaving him bleeding on the floor. That's fine.
Jesus Christ.
Things.
Wow.
He hit the shit out of him.
Okay, so I mean, Ebony Guardsmen, they're multi-attacking guys, but wow, his rolls were garbage, including fucking he fucked it, he fumbled it.
So this guy just flails around. Is that what you're saying?
Mic
right?
off.
Let's see, DC 15
He's like
wisdom
attack.
save. Nope. Okay, so he does not get opportunity attacks. Wow.
Whoa.
Oh shit. Wait, does that only happen on a successful melee attack? Hits you with a melee attack. So no. Okay, cool. Ervin.
Yes. Did you see the message I sent you earlier?
Yeah. So that would be a like a coup de grace. So it's basically it's going to be a crit plus sneak attack. We had you have that opportunity. We're like, fuck, what level? What? Because I was like, shit, you're an assassin. I'm like, ooh, doesn't he get the assassinate? I'm like, oh shit, he needs to be like another couple levels to rogue before he gets that.
it's pretty. Yeah, it's
You're
a pretty
two,
stout.
two away. You're 2 away.
Yeah, I'm almost there. So what do I need to roll? Just an attack with
well,
a bunch of stuff, or do I need?
It's an auto crit, auto hit,
Yeah.
auto crit, plus your sneak attack. So roll to attack. We'll just disregard whatever the attack roll is. You hit him, and then it's going to be. We'll just take the damage.
Nice, Alan.
And then
plus another 26, and then plus another. You get to roll the damage once more time for Sever because it is a crit. I mean, it's auto crit.
Oh yeah. That ignores armor and stuff, of course.
Right.
But I do have a second attack as well if I need to run him through after I try to slit his throat.
Okay, so that was a total of
A
36
bunch.
plus 8 is 44 damage. Let me wait. It's this guy. Yeah, sorry. I'm like, where the fuck is everybody? He is still up. He's like, you basically jam the fucking Sever all the way through the armor. You find a crease like right through the side. Jam it all the way up. You can tell you hit a lung as a big spout of blood just shoots out of his mouth. But
Well, I'll pull the
still
sword out
alive.
and
Link
just try to go ahead and
Mic
take
off.
his head off with the next one. Then.
Boing! All right, and you get to roll damage one more time because that is a crit.
Oh, I hadn't rolled my second attack yet. There's second attack.
For 10 piercing plus another 10 from the hand crossbow. Bing, bing.
Damn.
You drive Sever even deeper, and you see him. He kind of and he reaches out a hand to you like he's about to try to grasp you. And at that
Right
time,
up through the.
Boom!
Yeah. put one staple in the throat.
Right through the jaw, and you just see his eyes roll back, and blood just starts streaming down his nose as he slides.
Can I see the shaft of the arrow in his mouth? You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can see the feathers coming up right up from under the chin.
Nice.
So he's no longer held.
They killed him. We took 2 good swings before Aravan went in there and fucking decapitated him.
Okay, so Aravan came out of the shadows to do that.
We didn't kill the guards, Mark.
You still have a move, Aravan, as well.
Shit. He's gonna steal his cloak.
No, you know what? I'm going to stay where I am. Yeah. Can I loot with my move?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I would definitely do search.
He's shooting him and picking his pocket at the same time.
Right. Like, ooh.
Pretty rings.
Ooh, he's got a shiny belt buckle. I'm gonna take that for myself.
No, I'll reload or something. I don't know. I'll hang out in the hallway though.
All right, boy, he is in a.
Refill my beverage, boys. Go back.
Wow, Thogreg, you really fucked up this battle.
That is usually what happens when he goes first. I mean, critical fail.
It's awesome. It's
But did we peel up a trapdoor under the carpets? That's what I want to know. That's Stargrag's style. Oh, look, a trapdoor.
Right. I go down. Let's see.
All the while, Shotton's like, no, fuck.
Just like, fuck. That's more people Aravan's killed that I must be bringing back.
Attacks of opportunity. Is an attack of opportunity still a thing? I can't fucking remember if that's.
I don't think so.
Is that a 5e thing? I don't even remember.
I think it died.
Yeah, I think it did too. Hold on. Let me double check.
Honestly, I didn't go to the funeral, but I'm pretty sure it died.
Cudwell, have you started meandering in yet? Getting bored out there going,
No, I'm doing what...
they do have it. Okay,
he
so...
told me to do at his church.
When a hostile creature...
you do what Shotton says.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I mean...
Go look for
his church. I mean...
Go look for the wine and crackers.
Yeah, I mean, I might go back home and like get more.
You wander off.
Yeah, I'll just wander off. I mean, there's a bunch of food still.
Yeah.
Like my house is like dressed to the nines, and
set up.
No one's there except the corpse of the colonel.
You need to go find some bitches and bring them back.
Probably need to roll the motherfucking corpse up in a carpet. And
Lando, roll an Arcana check. You see Trey Cha start doing some hand motions, and he traces a symbol in the air.
Oh, he's trying to get the fuck away.
Counter spell.
Wow.
So it's a 27 for the Arcana.
Probably muted, Jack.
Jack, whatever he did, he crushed the Arcana check.
Okay, yeah, so 27 for the Arcana check. Okay, I'm going to use counterspell.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to find where the button is again. Got 2
and it's
spells.
a fourth level spell.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Creature in the process of spell, third level those spell fails. Make an ability check using your spell casting. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. So you need to.
Can I cast it as a 5th level spell?
Well, so you need to roll a DC of 10 plus the spell's level, which is 4. right? Because you're trying to dispel a 4th level spell. So you need to beat a DC of 14.
Okay, and what do I roll? What am I using?
That's a good question. Do you get your intelligence bonus?
Okay, if it's if it is casting a spell of 4th level or higher, dimension
It's
door.
without proficiency.
What is dimension door? That's really what it.
4th level spell. So it's above the auto.
So
right.
Then, yeah. So then I use my spell casting ability, which is intelligence, and I use the modifier for that. That's what I use to roll.
Using your spell cast ability, right. So you get a +5. Yeah. Okay. So it's a DC +5, right? Because you're 20 intelligence, I believe. 21.
I'm not.
No.
I'm not.
Liar.
I'm not.
You're like, I'm 22, bitch.
I'm like 19, and I have 18, and I have a 20 dex.
You're all nimbly bimbly. Oh shit! so
where you going? Nowhere.
Trait Shah. He ends up doing these arcane symbols. He traces a pattern in the air. You see this sort of shimmering gossamer like curtain come down before him, and he starts to stick his hand through. And as he does, you see his hand dematerialize. And at the same time, you see Lando point his finger and do like an Xing motion, and the entire curtain just crumbles down.
Does he lose his hand?
No, it becomes solid again.
Oh, okay. Damn. I was thinking
that would have been cool.
You are my father, Luke. I am your father.
Fucking.
Andorian's like, who's your daddy, bitch?
And I do love that it comes to Umbra next. I do love that. It seems very fitting.
Shocking.
Umbra comes in with a one-liner. Looks like you need a hand.
Hey, brah, need a hand.
Hey, gonorrhea. How is this for a burning sensation? Let's see.
I can just see Umbra walking up, sticking his hand in his mouth, and the arrow's stock, man. It's stock.
I don't know if I want to incapacitate or just straight up brawl this guy.
Thagreg, you get an attack of opportunity to make a melee attack against this guy. He's leaving your immediate vicinity, so you get to use your reaction to make a melee.
Well,
you can't make it. It's just a swipe. Grapple. It's just a straight up melee attack. But
so I'm going to use my new sword.
There you go. I
get my sword, but I don't have any stats on it because you didn't send me anything. So I'm just going to attack.
You
figure it out.
Stop using the new shit that I haven't sent you yet.
That's why I'm using it, because I want you to send me the shit.
It won't unsheath for some weird reason. I don't know why.
No, it didn't even come with it. It didn't come with a sheath. It's just a sword.
I changed a sheath with it, you fucker.
Oh, I didn't grab the sheath. I just grabbed the sword. No. Let's see.
Son of a bitch. It's a good thing you have. God damn it.
Lots of places to put shit. Okay, so I'm just going to use an athletics roll.
Sure. Yeah. You're gonna go after him.
Okay.
Fail. Oh, I think I hit him that time.
Yeah. All right. It's a short sword. Short sword. Roll 1d6 plus your +2 plus your strength damage. It is a +2 sword. I will tell you that, and then you also get to roll an additional 2d6 cold damage.
Woo.
Okay, so
because again, you see this sword that the dwarf is holding, and it looks like the core of the blade is made out of steel, but the blade it looks almost like it's an icicle, like it's translucent in places, and every time the sword moves, you see like snowflakes. I mean,
that's why he grabbed it. He was like, "Oh."
Right.
So it's 3d6 plus my modifier.
3d6 +2 plus your strength bonus.
How the fuck do I do that? 3d6, right? Well, that sucked. Plus 2, plus my strength bonus of 5, I think. Hold on. Strength bonus of 5.
Okay, so it's a
So
total of
7 plus 6 is 13. 13.
Okay, cool. Wait.
Is he still on fire?
Yes, he is.
Does the cold do anything to his fire?
It seems like they are like it is being counteracted by the fire. Like it is literally like the sword as you plunge it in, like that whole kind of misty, vapory, like frost effect is actually like melting away as the closer it gets to him. So it looks like it's doing less damage than it probably otherwise normally would. However, as a side effect of that, you end up taking
my fucking hand. Oh, fire damage.
But you take half of that because of your sword is actually counteracting. So you take 3 points of damage.
3 points.
You can here. I will take away the hit points and you can add them. So here I'll go -3. There you go.
Oh, okay.
And takes
13.
13. 3 of that was the ice damage, so half of that is going to be 1. So
actually, it was. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. My bad.
Yep. Boink.
Interesting.
Boink. Opens the door as a free action. This guy, your ebony guardsman. I'm assuming you would like to take the free attack on him. Because Lando, as he's leaving the threatened area.
Yes, of course.
Here it goes. Except he hits the first one, AC 22 for 13 damage. Boom, that's done.
He grapples him.
And
no, you can't grapple on a attack.
That's right. I'm just saying.
Right. So he takes 13 damage, and your ebony guardsman takes 4 from the fire that is surrounding him. Yeah, and Lando, you recognize this spell. This is a fire shield spell.
Okay. Do I not get an attack of opportunity as well?
You will. The door opens.
Left your
Umbra is. Sorry, I'm going to move Umbra right there.
Okay.
Door opens. You get a glimpse inside. Oh, what's inside? Nope, just another room. And he is going to move. Let's see now. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20. Boom. Yeah, take your melee attack, Lando, if you so choose.
That guy's fast.
Yeah, he's got a 30-foot move, which in a small space is.
But we've got 2 more men that he's got to get through. Oh, shit.
No, you totally missed.
Endo did a Zora move on him.
For 20. All right.
Oh, now it is I who has penetrated you.
So, I can't remember. Does that trigger my Blade song? No, because don't worry about it.
I don't.
Move on. Yeah, just move on. I'll look it up and find out.
Yeah, I think it's only on your attack action. And I think it's a. Oh, right, because Blade Song is a bonus action.
Yeah, I didn't go into.
Or I'm sorry, the cantrips that you get to cast. Man, I just polished off a full bottle of Chimay. Have not done that in a while.
Oh, you son of a bitch! You had to rub it in too.
Oh, it's so good.
That's what that is.
It is beer that's brewed by monks in France.
Belgium. Belgium.
Belgium. There we go. Sorry, Belgium.
French. They speak French.
It is very tasty.
They're known more for their waffles, I guess. But as a result of you hitting him, let me just make sure I'm not bullshit. Whenever a creature within 5 feet of you hits you with a melee attack, the shield erupts with flame and the attacker takes 2d8 fire damage. Okay, so it is not like contingent on a reaction that only gets to be used once or something like that. So Lando, you take that much. Ooh, 13.
Sorry, I don't. You'll just have to take it because I don't.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I'm subtracting it. Boink. And now we are to Mista Umbra.
All right.
Shatan.
Shatan. I'll move in here, take a look.
Bum, bum, bum.
Holy fuck!
There they are.
That's the barracks.
Okay, cool. Well, that makes up my mind.
Yeah, you see Trecha is there. He's actually, okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He is right here.
Started down here, right?
Yeah. So he is right there, right in the midst. That is where he got. And you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more ebony guardsmen. You see them, especially these 2 guys in the back. They are both donning their armor right now.
Okay. I will get in that doorway, and I will say, Trecha, heretic, unholy defiler, wicked, false pretender. All guardsmen here, raise no swords, and you shall be spared. Trecha, your fate is cast upon you. And I cast Cold Strike.
Nice. Beautiful.
Which is the equivalent of Flame Strike, but it's cold.
Nice. Oh.
And it's going to be a 10-foot radius. I'm going to put it right here, so it will hit those guys. I'm just going to let that,
Except for you 3.
Instead of flame strike, it is Snownado.
Oops, maybe I spoke too soon.
Freeze strike.
Okay, so yeah, that's.
Don't worry, I heal you later.
46 and 46. So I don't know how it's separated up.
If you hover over it, you can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the first one. I think the first one is going to be cold damage, and then the second one's going to be radiant damage.
Yep. So 10 cold and 14 radiant. And they have to make a saving throw, Dex.
Dex saving throw, but because they're so crowded, they don't get it.
All right, so let's see. Trecha. Oops. He gets...
Taste the icy kiss of the Raven Queen.
Nice. What does he get? Oh, shit, he made it.
Damn. This dude is like super nimble.
Yeah. Well, he ain't that nimble. He's just rolling really good.
Or
he rolled an 18.
Critically failing like the
Yeah. As the dominated ebony guardsman's like derp and just falling over himself.
No, actually, he hit the guy. He hit him.
No, he did. Well, he should. He should. The ebony guardsman, I should not have had him actually roll that, because for his critical fail, he cannot make attacks of opportunity.
Whoops.
It's okay. I'm not going to retcon it. It's all good. He was inspired. He was inspired by the mind of Landorian saying, "Hit him, you fucking cunt."
Is that the one who was flailing around, not hitting shit?
Yeah. All right, let's do. I'm gonna roll.
So that was the first guard, because you're starting closest, right?
Right, and it's a 10-foot radius or 5?
10 foot.
10 foot. Okay, yeah, it's gonna hit everybody in the room. Sure. He takes half damage. You said, yeah, on a failed damage on a successful save. So it's 12. So that would be, but then he takes half of the cold damage anyway.
So it'd be 5 and 6.
So 2 and 6. So he takes 8 points of damage.
8.
Because of his fire shield, he gets some resistance to cold damage.
Gotcha.
And everybody
Yeah, ain't no priest of the Raven Queen would ever use a fire shield.
right?
There we go, right there.
Oh shit!
Proof alone.
The fuck happened? That
He's
was
a
weird.
wizard. Not a
yeah,
fucking,
yeah.
not a priest.
Not a priest at all.
Mmm.
All of the guards are like, what the fuck's up with the fire?
If you know anything about the Raven
Do they need
Queen,
to roll a perception check?
make a are you a dum-dum check?
Or
but this
Shotton
is
could-
the only person they've ever seen who they say is a, true conduit of the Raven Queen's will.
Until Shotton stands up and he's like, no priest would use no fire shield, man.
That's why he called him a pretender.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's do for them here. I'm just gonna so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I'm gonna roll. They're all private rolls, but 1, 2, 3.
If they roll as bad as the other guards, we're good. Don't worry. They'll trip over themselves getting to us.
What was the DC?
19.
No, geez, really? 19?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, they all fell.
Bunch of cold dudes.
So they get to do 24. Hold on, give me 1 second as I go through all this shit, taking away all the hit points from these fuckers.
Just me or just like
nobody
guy
left for
looks like
Stone
he's-
to hit. That's the problem. Stone's gonna shout. He's like, his shout of strength is gonna be "fuck." Everybody dies.
Raven Queen
just
will, I guess. Okay.
He's like, yeah, someone please. Fuck it. Just gonna slowly shut this door.
All right, the entire interior of this room, which is obviously now, you can tell it is a barracks for what appears to be the personal guard of Tresha Shadow Soul, the Archbishop of the Raven Queen Temple.
False Archbishop.
The false Archbishop. You see ice, and icicles are now hanging down from every overhanging piece of stonework, and you can see all the guys, their skin is frostbitten. It is just absolutely freezing cold in there. Snowflakes are falling down from the upper reaches of the chamber, and you feel very powerful in the presence of the queen. Yeah, she fucked those guys up. But now it is that time.
Those guys I'll bring back. I'm good with that.
Right.
That priest, he gone.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So-called priest.
Mm-hmm.
I believe
Pretender.
he's really just a cult leader.
New management's coming in. First thing we do is we clean house.
We already did one. Now this is number 2.
Yeah.
And it was only 30
Lando.
minutes ago.
Yes.
The night's young, man. The night's young.
This guy in front of you,
Who's this guy?
he had his longsword drawn. He pulls out a second smaller sword with a nice wavy blade on it, and he attacks you with a very militaristic. You can tell he is extremely trained. Pacha.
Oh,
Well,
he hit an AC of 6.
AC 23. Yeah, he did get a fail on the first one, and
I'll use a shield spell for the second attack.
the second attack. Let's see now, because Trey Cha was there, actually hit AC 26. Will shield spell still counter?
Let me double check.
Wow.
It's only 7 points of damage, just even if it gets through, but just
Well, that's not really the point.
What does he have? He has like an inspiration. Is that what it is? Because
Yeah, kind of. He's got like a leadership bonus for like his underlings. It's basically like a bless spell ish.
I can never remember what level these spells are.
Well, when next Aravan sneaks up on him again, and this time actually finishes the decapitation, he could fuck it up like Krieger, where it only went halfway in through his cheek, and then
right.
Krieger falling around.
Firmly believe in finishing the job. Don't worry.
That's where Chris fucked it up again. No. We had some really bad rolls last week.
+5. Yes, it'll block it.
It happens.
I'll get my AC to 27 with a shield.
Gotcha. Dope. So his attacks go without hitting, and
well, his last one does, but right before the blade strikes my face, an electric energy field.
Oh yeah.
Radiates and the blade reverberates off of it.
Umbra Shatan, you have 2 guards.
Okay.
Within melee. They're both attacking. The first one has 2 blades. Ooh, fuck, that's a crit.
I think
they're attacking the false priest, right?
I think that they need to make a saving throw or something like that because of the blade barrier. And I think that their movement is halved, if I'm correct.
Well, there was one guy who was like basically almost right next to the door. It was when we started. It was this guy was here, and this guy was here. So this guy only had to move 5 feet, and then the other guy he was right next to you.
I think it's like moving within that radius. Alan, what was the spell that you cast on me?
The spell I cast on you.
Oh, that's right. Something Spectral Guardian?
Yeah. That's hanging out next to him.
What is
the barrier? It will take an attack. Let me see.
Okay. Well, that's good because he got critted.
No.
And then almost critted, and then almost critted again.
Jesus.
Dang, man.
Yeah, that motherfucker, he's going for broke. He got a 20 and 2 19s on his 3 attacks.
It does piss me off that I'm just looking at it and I'm like, okay, there's a sword and shield, but it only does damage. Like it doesn't seem to help.
The shield is just there for show. Like, yeah, there's a shield, but don't worry about that. It really doesn't do anything. The sword is good. The sword does shit.
Spectral shield. What it is?
It's a large spectral guardian that hovers and occupies a space in the. It's indistinct except for a gleaming sword and a shield emblazoned with the symbol of your deity.
Oh, it's just for show?
No, but any creature hostile to you moves to a space within 10 feet. The Guardian, for the first time on a turn, must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. The creature then takes 20 radiant damage on a failed save.
Oh, wow.
So both of those people need to do a dex save.
Yeah.
The other guy is good.
At any point, do the Ebony Guard have to start doing perception checks because now the sword and shield of the Raven Queen are now attacking them
and protecting
Shotten?
Cool. Okay, so rereading this, so it says a large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration in an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. The guardian occupies that space and is indistinct except for a gleaming sword and shield emblazoned with the symbol of your deity. Any creature hostile to you that moves to a space within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed on a dexterity saving throw, or else the creature takes 20 radiant damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful one. The guardian vanishes when it has dealt a total of 60 damage. So as I'm reading this, I'm going to retcon this to say that, it's following Shotten around. But in the future,
doesn't sound like it moves.
Right.
Yeah.
For
The way you
future
read it the
reference-
second time, I picked up on that.
Right.
It doesn't
For future
attack.
reference, it's not. Yeah. From now on, when you cast it, it stays.
It's like a
place.
totem.
Okay,
Right.
unoccupied space.
Right.
Okay.
But we'll definitely we're gonna because I didn't read it right the first time either, and so yeah, so it follows.
My
It's
apologies,
right,
Mark.
it's following shot.
Cool.
So it does. So he needs to make a dex save. Both of them.
It can
need to
follow
make-
you, but it has to be via a hole that it's stuck in.
Right. You have to literally
You pick.
teleport the square that it's on.
The unoccupied space was Shotton's shoulders.
Because they carry the weight
It's like
of
a
the
parrot.
world, man. It's a baby one. Yeah. Don't attack.
All right, so the first guy totally did not make his save, so he takes 20, and then the second guy, he's twice as good as the first guy. But yeah, he's going to take 20 as well. So your Spectro Guardian has 20 hit points of damage left to give. But yeah, it absolutely, you see like these guys as they move into range, it's like they're being tased. You see them like literally like jumping and bouncing about as they're trying to attack Shotton.
So they've been done frozen. Now they've been done.
Walked by a
that.
specter.
Been done electrical radiant.
However,
They've been spooked.
Still going to do the damage. So 13, 24, 29 from the first attack. And then the second Ebony Guardsman with his rolling. Jesus. Okay, one hit for 11 damage. All right. So I was like, wow, the 23. I was like, man, these motherfuckers are rolling good. So only 11. Guys in the back are going to be at disadvantage, but they are firing crossbows. Actually, these two of them are. These two guys in the very back with the snails on them, they are still donning their armor. They are not ready to attack this round, but the two in front are firing heavy crossbows. Missed.
If they miss, they hit their friends, right?
AC. Hold on, let me roll a second one. Don't have this set up for advantage, disadvantage, so let's just see which is the higher or lower. Nope, missed. Okay. So other crossbow bolts go whizzing by Umbra Shotton, and now
I'm pretty sure they hit their friends. That's some old school second edition stuff.
Right. Firing into combat, you hit your friends.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also World of Darkness. Now we
World of Darkness. Great. Why you got to bring up old shit?
Right. All right, Stone.
All right, I am gonna go 1, 2, 3 here for 15 feet.
Nice.
Then I am going to. Sorry, I couldn't have done this sooner, Shotton. But cast a Shield of Faith on Shotton for an additional +2 on his AC.
Oh, nice.
Then, do I have what's his butt in my sights?
All right, I just boosted your AC there, Shotton. Trey Cha?
Yeah.
Yes, you can see him. He is, 1, 2, 3.
Great shot away.
Yeah, he is 1, 2, 3 guys deep. You can totally do that.
I'm gonna try to dispel this flame shield.
Shoot. Okay. Well, let me let you get a knowledge arcana,
which will probably suck.
Yeah, because I'm like, I know what the spell level is. I'm trying to figure out if you might know what the spell
have
level
any divine spells, technically.
right?
Technically, he shouldn't
Oh,
have.
there it is.
Right.
Technically, he shouldn't have any divine spells.
Right. So you're like going, what the fuck is he? Because that ain't, no, I don't have that. What the shit is going on? Yeah.
What the shit is that?
What the shit? Let's do, okay, so.
Stone, the last 2 weeks, Stone's rolls have been epic.
I know.
Right?
Let's do a. Boy, I want to give you a chance to do this because you're casting a 3rd level spell, which automatically dispels any spell 3rd level or lower. His spell is 4th level. I want to give you a shot at being able to say, because you can by choice, you can say, oh, cool, I'll cast it as a 4th level spell. But if you don't know that, you're probably not going to do that.
Oh, I would know that I could do that. I just didn't know that it was a higher level than that.
Right, exactly. Because I'm like, well, shit. Like, I mean, you've been around. You've seen some shit. I mean, you've been around Landorian. You've seen Lando do some fucking crazy shit. So I'm like, you might have some insight.
Right. If you can't give it to me,
insight. Make an insight check. If you succeed on the insight check, I'll let you burn a 4th level instead of a 3rd level and actually counter the spell. If you fail,
Mark, you're cute. Thank you for helping me.
Oh, nice. There you go. Now,
that'll be the 4th level then.
Cool. Yes, you call upon the Raven Queen's blessings, and you basically see a small maelstrom of like hail and ice form around Trecha, and it just starts to pummel this barrier, and you see it sizzle out, and he ends in this just kind of a his fire shield is now just steam and smoke.
And you hear Landorian when he yells, "Stay out of that room." I know to stay out of that room. So I'm just going to hold here and protect Shotton.
Carrack don't quite know to stay out of the room.
And that is me.
But even though Landorian yells, he doesn't quite get it. Though he is off the ground now, but he still doesn't quite. He may or may not make it into that room. Depending on the next initiative roll.
All right, and now
what the fuck are those?
You hear the grate of stone on stone as you see the tiles on the floor begin to buckle and heave, and arms start coming up out of the masonry and pulling itself out of the earth. You see these ghoulish creatures that come, drooling, ravenous. They have sunken eyes. Some of them are just black sockets.
So they're undead.
Yes. You guys you guys would absolutely recognize these as ghouls. Some sort of advanced. They look even more ravenous and hungry than the average ghoul.
This motherfucking faker. No fucking way in hell if this came out with that.
These guards
sounds like no.
These guards should at some point realize.
All right, Thagreg, you've got 2 ghouls on you. The first one hits AC 7 for.
He misses.
Nope. Misses. They're supposed to have. Oops. Oh, hold on. So that's the first. Sorry. Let me. They're supposed to have 2 claw attacks. We're not gonna retcon that, but I do need to.
My AC is 22, so. Exactly, Stone. They just popped out of nowhere. Some bullshit.
Fill my box. There's undead.
Right. He's like, wait, what the shit happened? All right, the second one on you, Thagreg. No, does not hit at all. I forgot to add in the damage on the second.
Shot.
The good thing about having played for 7 years and all this shit, I can make macros in a fucking hurry. All right. The next one, this guy's going to go after, this guy right here is going to go after the Ebony Guardsman that is dominated. Watch him fucking crit or something. No, he sucks too. Jeez. And the final guy, let's see, we're going to roll a d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Across the board. 1, 2. So he's going after Lando. Of course, go after the elf, the guy that's fucking immune to your goddamn ghoul powers. But hey, I'm not complaining. Here we go.
They're fucking dead. What do you want?
Right.
Can I go ahead and use my bonus action now to go into Blade Song?
You possibly can. But no, you used your bonus action to cast. No, that was a reaction. That's a reaction. Right, to cast. Yeah, because I was like, fuck, you got a 20, but you still have your shield. So yeah, the ghouls come up, and as they are clambering out of the earth and the stone floor, they seem to be lumbering to and fro and not being very accurate with their attacks. Thagreg, you are up.
My attack?
You have 2 ghouls next to you.
Well, I have 3 swings.
Full attack!
Well, I don't think I can hug both of them at the same time.
I probably wouldn't hug a ghoul anyway.
One way to find out, though.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. So he's just pissed because I missed earlier. So he's really fucking pissed. So I can't grab them both and hug them both. Let me check something. I want to grab the first one and oh, that wouldn't work. But I want to yeah, I'm just going to attack him with the
sword.
The sword, yeah, because the battle axe don't do shit.
Right. Oh yeah, that sword's nicer than your axe.
Fuck yeah. So attack.
Make that your throwing axe.
Huh? The throwing axe doesn't do much either though. I have a hand axe. It only does 1d6.
Your short sword technically only does 1d6, but it does 1d6
plus 2d6.
Plus 2d6, yeah. So it's
plus my strength.
Plus
another
your
5.
Strength, yeah. So
it could do up to 20 something. So
it's definitely an upgrade.
Yeah. I will. What am I using to swing on that? Just my strength roll, right?
Sure. Yeah. And then we'll add.
Athletics.
Well, we'll go strength. Yeah, just make actually roll your battle axe, and then we'll just add a 2 to the attack roll. I mean, that's basically what it is. It's if you want
hand axe. No, the battle axe is 1d8, but the hand axe is 1d6. So I'll roll that.
All right, cool.
And then add 2d6 to it, right?
I'm about to jump in your goddamn character sheet and make a fucking line for it right now.
I thought about doing it myself, but there you go. He didn't do very, very well.
Goes by strength, magic bonus plus 2, damage dice.
Yeah, you rolled a 4 and a 2.
Yeah, I rolled some shit right there. But I get 3 attacks, so I'm gonna do it 3 times. Oh, you're giving me Frostbrand. I'll use Frostbrand then.
There we go, 1d6. I don't know if this will work.
It should be 3d6.
No, it's 1d6, and then there's an additional 2d6. Right?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's not rolling my it's not rolling the additional 2d6, but
so I can roll 2d6 myself.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Oh, thank you, Stone. Thank you. Yes, the lion tat. Yes, I've done a couple lions. That one was super fun.
So that's 1, 2, one more.
An extra 10. Yeah, and you don't. The attack that I rolled that says Frostbrand. You don't have to use that one because I've got a critical fail because I'm a critical failure. But the first, Jesus Christ, the fucking first one's not going to hit either. You're 13. Man. No, that's not going to hit. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because you have a plus
that one
2.
Hit too.
You have a plus 2. You have a plus 2. So 11 plus 10. So you did 21 to it. Which do you want to hit the one to your left or the one directly in front of you?
Which one did I hit first?
Whichever one you choose. You've got 2 targets. You can choose whichever one you want. You've got one directly to the west and one directly to the north.
Well, I'm going to hit the one right in front of me first.
Okay.
And then.
So that one takes 21. Okay. It's still up.
How many times have I hit it so far?
Oh,
is that the first roll? Because the last roll is really the one that I would use on the secondary target.
Right. Okay, so then the second one, you do 15 damage for whatever reason. Why does the crit say 0? Roll D6 and then roll. Oh shit! It is doing the 1d6 plus 2d6. Yeah, so roll an additional d6 for the crit damage. All right, so you did 20 damage to him, to the second guy, and they're both up, and you did almost the exact same damage to each of them. So they're both about at the same level, and you, I believe, have a third attack.
That was 1, 2. I'm not counting yours, or am I counting yours?
No, don't count mine.
Okay, so yeah, third attack.
Wait, are you raging? You want to go into a rage as a bonus action?
Yeah, I would have done that as soon as I dove across the ground, but that's fine.
Yeah. There we go.
So, yeah.
I don't know how long it lasts.
Until
the end of that combat.
Yeah, until the end of combat, because I have to come actually out of my rage.
Gotcha.
Which means somebody's going to have to be like, "It's over! It's over!"
So roll
real
another
low.
Relentless rage. That's only persistent rage is at 15th level. Your rage is so fierce that it ends only if you fall unconscious or you choose to end it.
I will stay in rage all day.
So then, yes, you're enraged. And
so
then what does that mean?
Brutal critical. Beginning at 9th level, you can roll 1 additional weapon damage die when determining the extra damage for critical hit with a melee attack. This increases the 2 additional dice at 13 and 3 at 17.
Oh shit! So then you get another d6 for the damage on that guy as well.
Well, 3 additional at 17, so I get it on each hit, right? On a crit.
On each critical. Yeah.
Each critical.
You crit.
So that's only on a 20, right?
Yes. It's only on the natural 20.
It's only on a 20. Okay.
God, you got to make a fucking class between a fucking fighter champion and a fucking battle rager, I guess, or a barbarian. Because holy shit, if you can start critting on an 18 and get an extra 3 fucking dice.
Except my strength is a 20.
Right. You only get to add that once, but so that's why it's like a lot of barbarians end up using like D12 weapons, because that maxes out your maximum potential. Because if you get to roll an extra 2 dice, 3 dice, all of a sudden you can do an extra 36, 24 damage versus an extra like max 18 with a D6 weapon. But so if you get to roll an extra 3 dice for a crit damage, roll another 2d6. And you still have a third attack to use as well.
Critical fail.
But hey, it's 2 damage. All right, and you do have a third attack.
And there it is.
So roll your. There you go. Yeah, 20 slashing plus cold. There it is. You did 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 7. Bam. Fuck. Did you want to go against the first guy you hit or the second guy you hit? North or west?
The one on the left. The
One on
second
the
guy
left?
I hit.
Gotcha.
Sorry. Because the first guy was in front of me, then I turned to hit the second guy, then I hit him again.
Right. You stabbed the sword through the gut of the first one. You saw ice crystals basically coalesce and start to solidify around its entire torso. Then you pulled the sword forth, jabbed it into the second guy right through his thigh. Blade pierced out the other side, ripped it out, and then slammed it into his torso, cleaving about halfway through. But you see it's still like, with all the strength of undeath. It is
Cool.
It's holding on for dear life. So they are both still up. Lando, do you have an action that you would like to take immediately?
Yeah, I am going to look at Shotten, and hopefully he understands my look.
Yeah.
And I nod, and then I'm going to trade places with him.
Oh, nice.
And I'm
good with that.
reverse gravity in that room with the bishop.
So basically, Lando's like, boom.
That is beautiful.
Everybody hits the ceiling.
And I'm also going to go into Blade Song.
That is a bad motherfucker. Fucking elves.
That's like some surge binding stuff going on.
It's like fucking...
So
Carrack doesn't quite understand what just happened. He's like, what the fuck?
So apparently,
guy in
Lando, in order to do that, in order for you guys to switch places, you will need to you're going to trade your initiative to go right after Umbra's.
Oh, well, I mean, you can actually technically occupy the exact same space.
Oh, can you? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're allowed to
Cool.
be in the same 5-foot cube. I was just trying to make it look cooler.
Gotcha.
Didn't mean to do any game mechanics
Dude,
stuff.
looks cinematic.
Yeah, I was just
as
looking
fuck.
up. I was like, can you actually do that? I don't know. And they're like, if you have a ready to action, the two can just swap initiatives, and then you swap places. All right, cool. Well, yeah, let's do that. Here, we'll because that is cool. Umbra and Lando do a little.
We had just had a talk about. I looked over at him and I said, "Do what you can about the undead. I can handle the bishop."
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So reverse gravity. This spell reverses gravity in a 50-foot radius, 100-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. All creatures and objects that aren't somehow anchored to the ground in the area fall upward and reach the top of the area when you cast the spell. A creature can make a dexterity saving throw to grab onto a fixed object it can reach, thus avoiding the fall. If some solid object, such as ceiling, is encountered in this fall, falling objects and creatures strike it as if they would during a normal downward fall. If an object or creature reaches the top of the area without striking anything, it remains there, oscillating slightly for the duration. At the end of the duration, affected objects all fall down. Right, so it is going to... this is a concentration spell. This is going to break the domination spell that you actually have.
That's
currently
fine.
have.
That guy's busy anyways.
He's all of a sudden like, holy shit! Why there's ghouls everywhere? Ah!
Completely surrounded by. Like, he comes out of it and he's like, "I'm surrounded by undead."
Right.
He does not have time to be
What
mad
the hell's
at me.
happening? All right, so let's do. Let's do Trecha first. Let's see. Does he make his save? Jesus.
I don't think he saved on that one.
No, he did not make his save. Almost, if he had advantage, which he does not. And the second, we'll just do one save for all of the Ebony Guard.
Good fail.
Oh shit!
He goes up, everybody else stays down.
Everybody else is grabbing on. Ah! Okay, so he is going to fall basically 25 feet up into the ceiling.
So he's going to take falling damage.
Yes, he is, and it's D6 per 10 feet.
2.5.
I forgot how that works.
I think that's what it is. Here, I'm gonna go 2d6 plus 1d4. Boom. He takes 6 falling damage. Wham.
He should roll Constitution saving throw for that fire shield if he still has it too.
He does not.
Okay.
No, Stone took care of it.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Stone countered it.
I think
Awesome.
Lando's just pissed because he missed him with the smelly gas to disintegration spell.
Yeah, well, that spell's always been frustrating because if they make the saving throw, nothing happens, and it's a high level spell where something really cool happens if they don't. But if they do, then nothing does, and there's no way in 5th edition to increase your spell save DC other than through, like, your spellcasting statistic.
Right.
It's kind of frustrating because you can't really do much about what your DC is.
All right. Did you want to take a movement? You did your action. You did your bonus action going into Blade Song. I guess you did. You did the little swappy swap with Umbra.
Yep.
So, Erevan, it is now your turn.
Well, I just imagine what would be going on in the brain of Erevan as every one of his compadres are in the room adjacent from me, and I'm hearing the explosions and seeing the flashing of lights through the doorway, and then I'm quite certain I detect the palpable smell of the undead and the sounds they make as well, and just think, oh, Jesus Christ, Raven Queen, here we go again. I'll wipe my blade on the dead body, turn around, walk back into the other room, and proceed to run this guy through.
Again.
Yes.
Again.
Everyone's like looking at him. All right. Nobody else.
Like, fuck. Again.
I added it all up, Mark. It's 70 with my basic attack, backstab, and then crit damage. It would be 70 for the first attack.
Okay.
To save the trouble.
That does it.
Okay.
We will do that.
Insert sword, make cool motions, use your imagination. Lots of blood.
Lots of blood.
Twist it.
Lots and lots of blood.
And I believe I have a square 2 left, which I'll start heading back towards the fellas.
All right, I am going to take a really quick bathroom break, and I shall be right back when Trace decides to kill you all.
All right, we will.
I will say again, Erevan, it's nice to have you back.
It's good to be back. I've missed you fellas. I really have.
Or Chudwell.
Going crazy for a while there.
What's up, Ken?
All right, so fellas,
Chudwell could go in there and attack the innocent priest who is just cleaning crackers. No, there's a low level priest in like the temple area
in the front that we walked right past.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I'll just keep going down the hallway and clean house.
Go kill the priest. He's basically an altar boy.
Landorian's cleaning the cobwebs in the room with this other priest.
Yeah, we essentially need to. Like, he's the guy we really need to get. Like, we don't really want to fight the Ebony Guard.
No, because they fucking don't die easy. That's some bullshit.
Well,
they're considered like the most high level elite troops in Carrack's Cross, which is why we really want to get them on our side.
I don't know. Krieger was kind of tough.
You said you'd bring them back if they didn't.
I'm gonna have to, yeah.
They were about to become unheld eventually here anyway. The last thing I wanted is them coming from behind.
Right. Sneaking around from the back.
Erevan will kill them all and let the Raven Queen sort them out.
Yeah, Landorian will start yelling over his shoulder, Erevan, you need to take out the bishop. He's stuck to the ceiling.
Quit taking out all these other ones and take out the big one. Does it work like when they pull the ghouls up, when this guy calls the ghouls, when he dies, they die, or do we have to kill them all off like little ram?
I'll probably be able to kill them all off.
I just cut one in half and he's still not dead, so that ain't right.
You're undead voiping.
No, I'm pretty strong in the abilities of wiping out undeads.
He is a cleric.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of undead. That's right.
Worried about the armed guards in the tiny room than I am the undead.
I don't think we'll have to worry about him so much once we take out the Archbishop, which is why I'm like, we need to focus.
Cut the head off the snake.
That guy was way too far away from me to go after. I fight what's in front of me.
I know.
I swing at what's in front of me. Now I could probably jump up there. Okay, Mark, you're upside down.
Yeah, that's for effect because it's asshole priest's turn.
It's reverse gravity.
Can somebody make sure Chudwell's not drowning in the ocean there?
He's sliding into oblivion.
Yeah, we still have we want to get the Ebony Guard so that we can. That's going to be Shotton's like military force.
Right there.
That's his whole thing, is to take this guy out so he can go after it.
The more of this army he can get behind him, the more powerful like the Raven Queen's army will be.
Right.
All right, Lando.
Yes.
You need to make a save. Versus Constitution, you see Trecha speaking in the language of the arcane ancients, and he points a finger at you, and you can feel the life force ebbing away.
Oh, this sounds
fucking. He's a necromancer. The fucking necromancer saying he's a priest of the Raven Queen. This is, dude. Not happening.
Doesn't that seem like that would be the way, though?
Yeah, you're right. My bad. My bad, dude. You should have been taking care of this guy.
This motherfucker.
I'll switch tact now. And
I gotta kill these undead. I mean, that's a thing.
I'll get to him eventually. It's just gonna take me like 12 hits.
That's not gonna do it.
All right.
I'll cut him into little pieces. That's what I do.
All right.
And Landon didn't make his con save.
Nope. That's not really his thing.
I'll lend you some of mine.
I need that spell that you put up that gives everybody saving throws bonuses or whatever. Somebody has one of those.
We'll see what I can do. Not that I metagame or anything.
Yeah, no bless spell.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Oh.
That
Yeah.
stings.
Elf needs food badly.
And Lando, give me a knowledge arcana on that one.
Remember that game there, Coops? Elf needs food badly.
Is that
Dude,
it's that 4-player game.
Yeah, the
That's
4-player.
it.
What is it? It starts with a G. Gauntlet.
Gauntlet.
The warrior.
Yeah.
Gauntlet. That's it. Gauntlet.
Warrior is almost out of food.
Warrior is almost out of food.
Elf,
That was the-
shot the food.
Okay.
When I grew up, that was the only game that played that was a Dungeons and Dragons game.
Troll on the original Mac.
Is now it.
There's a really old school 4-player. I think it's either 3 or 4-player Dungeons and Dragons game.
All the 8-bit things.
Yeah. Advanced
It's
Dungeons and Dragons, where it's got like all the spells and everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't predate the original Gauntlet, but it's
No.
an old
It's
an
the
old
same.
one.
And you have a dwarf and elf. The elf can
Yeah.
cast polymorph and turn people into like sheep and pigs and shit.
It's pretty dope. Man.
Lando
One of the
can't
old
do that
school
shit.
arcades
Oh,
we've got
bullshit.
out here.
It was at a Blockbuster. Me and my brother used to bring like $20 and just go and play that fucker.
So where we at? Whose turn?
Should be mine now.
Shotton.
Okay.
You guys gonna rotate back now?
Oh, he
So
can cast
quick
from there. He's
sauce
only
roll.
15 feet away.
Shatan. Yeah, you see Lando, and you as Trade Shop points this kind of a bony, scraggly finger at him. This green ray shoots out, and you can see like all of a sudden the elves, his cheeks become kind of sunken and hollow, and his eyes become drawn out. You can see like the life force just being ebbed away from him. It's bad.
Well,
it's bad.
Actually, what happens is Lendorian Darkstar screams in rage as mystic energy explodes around him, countering some of the necrotic ray.
Nice, Lando. Good save.
So, Shotton calls out. He says, Ebony Guard, the Raven Queen calls upon you to cast down this false prophet, this false priest. No priest of the Raven Queen ever be used in the undead. But the Raven Queen will destroy them with her power. And I cast Turn Undead. And if they are challenge rating 4 or less, it will be Destroy Undead instead.
Ooh.
So they all need to make a Wisdom saving throw, I think it is.
With as many undead as are around.
Yeah, Wisdom. They need to make a. They need to. Yeah, it's within 30 feet. So everything within 30 feet of me needs to pass a Wisdom saving throw, or either be turned or destroyed if they are 4 challenge rating or less.
All right, so we're gonna do the first one, the one closest to you. This guy right here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey.
Becomes powder.
Rolling.
Yeah, you see him absolutely just explode into like shimmering dust.
That's what the Raven Queen do.
The next closest.
Oh shit. Boof, 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 boof.
This one, instead of exploding, you see it just start to like melt like a candle. And
like the dude from Rares of the Lost Ark.
Yeah. And it's trying to walk forward, and it just slumps down further and further until it's just a puddle on the floor. The third one, he rolls for his save. Does he make it? No. He burst into like a bright purple flame, and it just tears him in like a husk of ash, and then the ash just slowly crumbles.
Okay. End game.
And the final. I mean, one of these fuckers has to roll a 20, right?
Does this affect the necromancer at all?
You don't happen to see anything. You see the final one. You see him just lay down on the ground.
He just lays down.
It's almost like he goes to sleep, and then he just coalesces like into water, and then seeps back down into the earth.
I remember being dead. Dead is better.
Nice.
Is this having any kind of impact on the Ebony Guardsman?
I want you to first roll roll your authority check, which is going to be D20 plus 3.
D20 plus 3.
Use your inspiration.
1d20 plus 3. And yeah, I will throw inspiration on top of that if it does anything.
If it's required.
And this is just to see if you can, this is to get your free advantage on the persuasion check.
Okay.
And then if you don't get it, then you can use your inspiration to get, pay for it. Well, let's see if you get it for free, just because, you're the shot.
It's not picking up my commands.
Gerb.
Slash roll.
Roll D20 plus 3.
1d20 plus 3. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Ouch.
So now make a persuasion check.
Okay. There's my character sheet.
That's right. Shotton's not the most persuasive guy.
No, I'm not. The Raven Queen is pretty persuasive.
Yeah.
Well, 14. So, all right. Let's see. They roll.
Do I have a wings and feathers and just wiped out the undead bonus?
Yeah.
You have the glow of the shield of faith around you too.
You see some of the soldiers are looking at you. Some of the Ebony Guard are looking at you. And Trey Cha, as he's floating up at the top, he says, "Do not listen to the betrayer. The undead show up when he show up." And then they're like, "Oh yeah,
he's more persuasive than I am."
And they're like, "Wait, that's right. We haven't seen these guys before until these guys showed up."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Certainly.
Hey, shot, and they're gonna have to die.
Yeah.
They might.
It's on them.
Like bowling pins.
Every man.
That's what I'm picturing right now.
Yeah, I'm getting my resurrection.
Make his choice.
I'm getting my heals ready.
Getting your heals ready. I'm pissed because I took 3 damage from that fucker.
Hey, Strong, did you get my message?
Yeah, I did.
Caravan looted the dead corpses of the undead.
Oh yeah.
Wait, how the hell did you know that? I thought that was a whisper.
He took the talons.
He's just
Want
got
to decorate the exterior of the dragon wagon.
I know what I would do if I were the assassin. Oh, I like this. I like this. I like this.
Just keep the lame stuff. We've covered this. I'm completely useless in combat otherwise. I've got a coin I can flip to get heads all the time. I've got a robe that sings a song. I mean, the list goes. I've got a monocle that gives me a bonus to intelligence.
I could use that.
I specialize in useless magical gear, my friend.
Useless? It's super useful. You just have to find the right use for it.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it would be great to have the dwarf with a monocle and spiky armor, and he could use the intelligence bonus. Where are we at?
All right, gentlemen. On that note, I got to bounce though.
All
right.
I know midnight hit early. Good night, anybody out there watching in the world, and missed you guys. See you soon.
Larry Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Vote elf.
Good night.
Always vote elf.
Vote elf. Vote elf. I stab people.
I also stab people.
Stab people for loot.
Thundering down the hallway are 2 more Ebony Guardsmen that you recognize from the main temple. Erebin does, and they basically pull up short in front of Erebin as he is cleaning his blade from the blood of the others. The ones closest, this guy is going to become very upset at Landorian. It seems like he realizes what's going on, and he's like, "You did that to me." There we go. Let's do this. And he goes after you with his sword, hitting AC Schmoop. And, well, he hit AC 21.
Nope.
For 4 damage.
AC's 26.
Of course it is. And this other guy, he is going to go after Umbra. He has 2 swords.
1 for each of me.
AC 20.
That hits.
Hits for 8 damage.
Umbra's never had a good AC.
These are new guards, huh?
No, you have.
They get a lot of attacks.
I got a bonus. They don't have. It brought me to 19 though.
Right. I mean, these guys are really good. Like, if you were a bunch of 3rd or 4th level fucking fighters and warrior and 4th level adventurers, these guys would have your ass. Yeah. However, you guys are 18th level, so these guys are like, just fucking.
That's fair.
Fuck out of my way. Here's my job. this.
Slap him with the flat side of my battle axe.
Right. These two guys are going to go after Lando, the two guys in the doorway. They both have multi swords. They are Schwa. Ooh, a double. Oh fuck! So then let's see. No, he got
miss plus.
Schwa. Wind knocked out. DC 15. Let's see. Oh, he made it. And the second guy, 21, 23, and 22.
Whoa. Jesus.
None of which are going to hit Lando. You see Landorian, and he looks like Neo in the Matrix.
He's doing the Matrix.
These guys are like swinging their swords around him with lightning speed, and Lando is just like twisting and turning faster than the eye can see. It's just a blur of motion as he's parrying, dodging, leaping out of the way. It's really something amazing to behold. You do have
song.
Yes. There are 3 more Ebony Guardsmen who are going to...
I should have stayed in the doorway.
Well, I'm sorry. There is actually 4.
Oh, fuck.
They have finished donning their armor, and they are going to attack. You see Landorian, and he looks like Neo in the Matrix.
He's doing the Matrix.
These guys are like swinging their swords around him with lightning speed, and Lando is just like twisting and turning faster than the eye can see. It's just a blur of motion as he's parrying. You see Landorian, and he looks like Neo in the Matrix.
He's doing the Matrix.
These guys are like swinging their swords around him with lightning speed, and Lando is just like twisting and turning faster than the eye can see. It's just a blur of motion as he's parrying, dodging, leaping out of the way. It's really something amazing to behold. You do have
song.
Yes, there are 3 more Ebony Guardsmen. So the first one fires his crossbow at Landorian since he is in the door. Missing. The second fires.
Landorian's with his rapier going.
Right?
Slapping the arrows.
Third fires away.
And a miss.
Missing in the fourth.
He should have shot his friend with a 5.
Misses. There we go. Stone, you are up.
I'm gonna do a destructive wave.
There you go.
Which is in 30 feet of me. Well, let me cast it so you can see what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
You strike the ground, creating a burst of divine energy that ripples out from you. Each creature you choose within 30 feet must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, taking 5d6 thunder as well as 5d6 radiant, and be knocked prone. Nice. Takes half and isn't knocked prone.
So I choose everybody within that 30-foot radius. That
Which
is a bad guy.
Pretty much going to be so from you. Where's
36.
There's my measure. 5, 10, 15. Yeah. So you can get everybody in that room. Yeah. All right. So here we go. It's gonna. I've got a bunch of DM rolls here, but fucking fuck. Sorry. I just accidentally got out of roll 20. It's reloading back in. I'm like, wait, what the fuck just happened? Okay, here we go.
That's right. I made the Dungeon Master run in fear.
That's it. I quit. Fucking done. Bullshit. Flip the table. Leave. Here we go. Here comes a bunch. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Ebony Guardsmen. I'm going to roll those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The save DC was a
16.
16?
Yep.
You got all but 1.
Nice. And then the one that I didn't get takes half.
Nice. So the first one. Ooh, shit.
They all take 36. Damn.
Bam.
That's the Raven's Wrath, baby.
That's what you want.
Holy shit.
That's when you don't got no cheesy ass necromancer
Mic
casting
on.
spells.
Mic on.
Yeah, and as far as like servants of the Raven Queen go, a necromancer is about the vilest fucking creature imaginable.
Yep.
So yeah, for Shotten, yeah.
He pissed. He pissed.
Yeah.
For the Raven Queen especially, because she puts them to sleep. That's what she does. She takes them to their final rest.
Mm-hmm.
Necromancy is so anti that.
Yep.
Like
I didn't even like do a cure a resurrection on Alistero because I'm like, nah, ain't my thing.
Well, wow.
I mean,
the Raven Queen must be blessing everybody here, because whatever spell was, I can't remember who's cast the spell in there. Oh shit! Your freeze,
your ice
thing?
Spell.
Yeah.
Your ice spell dropped. Well, and then with the exception of the damage the two guys at the very front took from something else, everybody was at 36 hit points.
Oh,
so they're all knocked unconscious.
She just knocked them all unconscious.
Exactly 36, except for the one guy.
Didn't kill him.
Excellent work.
Right,
Kill him, just knock them all out.
Not kill him. You
perfect.
Just knocked him out.
Perfect.
Hit. Stone comes through with the Raven Queen.
Well, Trey Chom needs to make a save, even though he's floating up in the air.
Wanted. It's what she wanted.
It's what she wanted.
Let's see if Trey Chom makes his save. Oops, that ain't gonna do it. You know, that is going to, so he takes 36 as well. And he is knocked prone and upside down somehow. Which is weird, but that's what's going on. The ghouls are done. Thagrag, you are up. You watched as these undead just kind of melt and explode, and all sorts of different ways. It was like the end of the Lost Boys. All the vampires were dying, different tremendous fashion. So Thagrag, do stuff.
Matt.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to use my funny ring, my ring of amber.
Oh shit.
I'm going to, from a prone position right there, I'm just going to launch myself, because I have to go 25 feet in the air and 30 feet across.
Yeah.
Straight into the necromancer.
Gotcha.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Because
everybody else
just a wisdom roll real quick.
Because everybody went like this, poof, and then boom, and he's like,
right.
So.
So yeah, get roll. Make a wisdom roll for me.
This is why I gave the ring to the dwarven battle ranger.
It's not gonna do much. I'm not going to
for
pass.
It, man. This is the
wisdom.
best fucking idea you have ever had. You're like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh yeah. So that's he's straight up just launching right into it. He don't give a fuck.
Nice. Oh shit. And so do you have the stats on that ring?
Yeah.
Probably not. Let me find the brass.
I don't have the stats on what it does. I just have the.
I have. There's a handout in the handouts.
Yeah, there's a handout, but it doesn't tell me what the. Hold on, let me look here really quick.
Brass and amber ring. It says, rest plus amber is not only. Once per long rest, the wearer can use an action to teleport 60 feet away using line of sight, turning into a ball of fire that flashes to the point of impact. The wearer rematerializes at the end of the
60 feet as a fiery explosion,
causing 10d6 fire damage to anyone within a 15-foot radius. The
but does he
also gains resistance to fire.
Yeah, the resistance to fire is, as long as you are wearing that ring, you have resistance to fire. It doesn't mean that you have to, do that attack. You have resistance to fire as long as you wear it.
And I shouldn't have took the 3 damage to begin with.
Well, you should have. Yeah, you would take half damage with resistance. I
also had the sword.
The sword, yeah. But I don't think resistance is stacked. Anyway,
That's all right. It's 3 points. So I'm more worried about what happens after I hit him and he
fucking ghouls me. But so yeah, that's what I'm doing. There's no roll on that, or is there a roll?
No, it's like a fireball spell. So you just you zip over to boom.
10d6.
10d6.
Here's the first 5.
Nice.
And that was weak. And here's the second 5.
33, and they get to make a dex save for half.
He does?
Have they've all been knocked prone? Oh, it's prone.
No, it's just the guy who's on the ceiling.
He would be prone, though, right?
I don't know if he'd be prone. Would he be prone? Because he fell.
Yeah, like I said, he's somehow prone and upside down at the same time.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Right? Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
He missed
got reverse
anyway.
gravity going on. This weird shit is happening.
Yeah. And that was my first attack, and then I have 2 more.
That is that using an action or a bonus action to use the ring? I think it might be a bonus action.
Let me see what it says. I think it is a
brass and amber ring is
it's an action.
Can use an action. Okay. So that takes place of like your attack is using doing that.
That's my one attack. Okay.
Yeah, but it gets you from point A to point B really fast and in a big fucking explosion of fire.
Yeah. A lot of damage, and you're right where you need to be.
Right.
Kind of a lot of damage. I don't know.
Well,
I'm
10d6
tired.
is...
I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, guys.
All right, Cam. We'll see you
John.
You see the room erupt into flames. Lando, you manage to duck and roll out of the way as a gout of flame shoots from the doorway from him materializing inside. Let's see. There was one guy who was, he gets to make a save for half. Let's see if he does it. / roll d20 plus it's 1. Nope, he's dead. Okay, so.
He's dead.
All right. The entirety of the barracks erupts in flame and smoke. Trey Shaw, the blast slams him around the ceiling, and then as his basically body is burning and he breathes his last, it then falls the 25 feet to the floor below.
Again.
And that takes care of Trey Cha.
I want to do an acrobatics roll.
Yeah.
Because I want to ride him down. I don't want to take the fall damage.
Right.
Well, technically, reverse gravity is still.
Yeah, but
So
I still
roll the acrobatics. Let's see how you do.
If it works anyway.
Right.
Well, you can ride him up.
Because it's cool. Skills. Oh, I'm gonna fuck this one up. I natural critical.
Wow. Yeah. No. Yeah. You see Thagreg as he explodes into view and he starts to fall. He grabs a hold of the corpse of Trey Shaw, and you've never seen this before, but he pulls out of his backpack. It looks like a cowboy hat, and he's waiting as he rides the corpse all the way into the floor, using it to break his fall. You'll take half damage. So you'll take let's see now, 2d6 plus 1d4, and then you'll take half of that for a measly 2 points of damage. And
sprained my ankle.
Is Landos, is he no longer being sucked dry, or is that a one-time spell?
Yes, true. That was like a one-shot deal. Let me do. Where the fuck? Sorry. No, that's not it. All right. There are 2 ebony guardsmen still left, and Lando, it is now your turn.
And which ones? Where are they? Right here. Right here.
Lando, are you muted?
Oh yes.
Yeah, he is.
Check mutes. Check mutes. Check
sorry.
mutes.
So I was pinging. Are these the ones that are still alive?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Here, I'm just gonna get rid of all the guys who are gone.
Well, I still might be
You may want to kneel.
trying to bring them back.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I had Thagreg roll that check. So when he exploded,
The rest were asleep on the ground.
oh, that's right. He was 25 feet in the air, and it's only 15-foot blast radius. Never mind. Because I was like, it would have killed.
Well, how long does the gravity last?
It's a minute.
Oh, then it's probably passed because I've already.
There's only
10 rounds.
It's 6 seconds
shit.
per round. So
10 rounds.
Yeah.
it's a lot
This is only
of
about
combat.
30 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, we've this is like round 3.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, well, technically,
Yeah.
Thagrag would still, so the body would still be laying.
Yeah,
on the ceiling.
I rode him to the ceiling.
I figured. I was like, well, maybe like once he's dead, it's not going to affect him anymore.
No, there's still 6 other guys laying on the.
That's
on the,
why I'm
no,
like,
they were.
yeah, they were
weren't they
hanging.
holding
They're
on?
hanging by stuff.
They're hanging.
What's going on?
But they
They're
fell
literally-
asleep.
I don't know.
But they fell asleep, so then they fell up.
Did they fall to the
Right. So
they did?
you have these 2 guards who are the 2 that are left.
All right. Well, I will turn to them and say, there's a new high priest within your order, and I suggest that you show him your loyalty now. And I'll indicate, I'll kind of look over my shoulder toward Shotten, and I'll hold my sword at the ready.
Yeah, make your authority check, and then do a persuasion.
And
I'll spin around.
What's the authority again?
It's your D20 plus your authority points. Lando has 2. There you go.
So I roll +2?
Yeah. D20 plus 2. And that's going to see if you get advantage on your next roll due to your authority. Nope, you do not. So now you get to roll a persuasion check.
Okay. How about more of an intimidation?
Or intimidation. Yeah, you can do that as well.
Well, I'll see what
Yeah,
I'm not
I would say
be
that.
good at either one of them, I don't think. Definitely not great at either one of them, but I'm kind of feeling more. This is an intimidation.
Yeah.
Hey!
Sword run. Gotcha.
15's close.
Yeah, I mean, I did just dodge every attack that everybody threw.
Yeah, he just fucking dodged everything.
And then I turn to him and I say,
And I did make a big scene about how I'm about to dust all these undead before dusting all of the undead.
Yep.
And then the dwarf
That the false
blasted their
priest.
leader. And then the false priest erupted into flames and got ridden like a donkey.
Right.
Do you want a donkey show?
If you don't want a donkey, don't come to Mexico.
This guy right here, you see him, he takes a step back and he raises his arms in the air. This guy, he's the one that you had cast Dominate on. And he looks like he is absolutely dead set on ending you.
Because he's pissed. You fucked with his head.
Mm-hmm. And Erevan is going to do, well, let's see. Let's go to Shot. We'll move Erevan. We'll get his turn.
There is an ability that I saw clerics can do. All right. I'm gonna look at this guy who is all freaking butthurt on Lando, and I'm gonna try to be loud enough so that everybody, is within earshot. And I will say that I'll say the false trait Shah has died. The Raven Queen will now truly fill this temple. Said, the Ebony God are the elite warriors of the Raven Queen, and she is still calling you into service, even those who have fallen. I will now call upon the Raven Queen and to see if she wants these fallen to remain in her service.
They're not even dead, and they don't know it. They're asleep.
Roll a persuasion check and get.
Oh my gosh, I suck at persuasion.
I'm gonna give you a +2 on it and advantage because of all of the surrounding situations that have been going on.
He's also
and then Mark, what my intention to do is I intend
+4 on it. Yeah.
I intend on using divine intervention.
Okay.
Which is an ability that clerics have once they hit 10th level, and what they're supposed to do is you roll a percentile dice, and if the roll, it's a really hard thing to do, but if that roll is within your level, then there is a divine intervention where the god will take a direct action on your behalf of what you're calling.
Okay.
And they say it's like any kind of a spell is appropriate, so I would just basically be calling upon the Raven Queen to bring back the Ebony Guardsman to her service here. If she wills it, if she is okay with their souls still remaining here once they have started to pass. So basically like calling on a resurrection.
Cool.
I will make that persuasion roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was going to give you a +4 on that as well.
Okay. So that'd be an 18.
18. And let's see. I'll roll this out in the open. Let's see. Does he want to die? No, he does not want to die. So you see him, he's got his swords raised at Lando, but then he looks at you and you see him and he says,
okay.
My duty lies with the Raven Queen.
Yep.
If it is to die today, then I shall die at the feet of her Arbinger. And you see me he drops his weapons to his side.
Smart man.
And not be wanting you to die, good soldier.
You'll need it.
I want you to be serving the Raven Queen in what her next mission be.
Roll that divine intervention. Let's see this shit.
Okay.
Let's see if it happens.
There's only like 2 dead, right?
No, well, there's 2, 3.
There's 4 asleep. Or 6
3
asleep.
dead, 3 unconscious.
Okay.
Sorry. Well, technically, I guess 3 dead in this room, but then there was the 2 that Erevan.
That's right. There's a couple that we don't know about.
Right. Now, if there's any bonuses or anything like that for being like the first, I mean, that's hey, cool. Nope, 82.
Oh, shit.
Even if it were reversed.
Yeah, you feel you definitely feel a connection to the Raven Queen, but this place just seems so fouled with the presence of Trecha.
Yep, of necromancy.
So how do we cleanse the necromancer out? Burn it to the ground.
With fire.
With fire.
And if I were to succeed on the divine intervention roll, I would not be able to do it again for 7 days.
Yeah.
Which is
We're gonna
kind
need
of cool.
that when we fight the blessed angels, anyway.
Yeah.
Huh?
Have we effectively ended combat?
I think there's nobody left to kill.
Dear Raven Queen, please end these bitches.
Shotten, do you understand the power hierarchy here within the church now? Do we know what necessary rituals and what have you we will need to perform before we can institute you as the quote-unquote head of this church? In fact, if not only in actuality. We need these men to support you, and we need them as fast as possible. Do you know what we need to do to make sure that they will accept you, or are we going to have a pitched battle we must fight against them the entire way?
Lando, I not be knowing exactly what ought to be happening here. I do be knowing that the evil, foul presence that goes through this whole temple, not only from Trecha. Trecha be dead, but this evil still presides.
I understand. Are you saying that we can't trust any of the Ebony God either?
The Ebony God be good soldiers, but we might be needing to clear and cleanse the rest of these temple. Yeah, I do.
Thargrag's tripping out because he's on the ceiling, walking around. He's like, what the fuck is going on here? He's going to slowly walk to the corner and try to inch, like, because he's upside down. He's like fucking going like, what the fuck? He's like, what the fuck? Like, he's like, what the fuck is going on?
So,
what the fuck?
You're going to fall. And when you do, I will catch you.
I fall a lot. That's okay. But get me off the ceiling.
I'm just warning you. So,
Mark, thank you. I gotta go.
Oh, hold on just 1 second.
Okay.
All right. So
we search the room and loot it.
No. So I have been. You can hear a cacophony of sound that sounds like thunder, lightning crashing, all coming from the temple of the Raven Queen.
That actually freaked me out. I thought there was shit going on at my house.
That's the way to close
I just went
up.
like super hyper vigilance, like looking around, like what the fuck?
Apart.
You see?
Some serious
what?
thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent sound effects.
Yeah, and that's what it sounds like. There is
fucking crazy.
It sounds like there are
like the end of Ghostbusters.
Going off, yes. In the temple of the Raven Queen.
All right. That your
this shit just got
of
twisted.
Darkness is maybe touching a little bit on this realm.
All right.
Well, I think we just decapitated the head of the snake, and so they're pissed.
I believe Umbra needs to go take his spot at the seat of whatever throne this building has.
I believe you need to flip the gravity back so I can get off the ceiling.
I'm thinking that we may have killed the puppet, but the hand that controlled the puppet now coming to us.
I don't know, maybe. I think he might have been the one pulling the strings. I think that he had his hooks in Prince Zeech and was coordinating the build of the current spire of death magic.
Well, we have to figure it out one way or another after you reverse the gravity.
As I was saying, you're going to fall, and then I will catch you. Do not flail about like an idiot. And then I will release my.
Kind of asking a lot.
I will release my concentration on the gravity spell, and then I will wait.
And I will absolutely
a good solid 10 or 15 feet, and then I will catch him with Featherfall.
I was gonna say I will absolutely flail about like a fucking falling dwarf. There is no doubt about that.
Yes.
Until he sets me on the ground.
Whoops. That was
Mark is intense.
All right,
with
guys. Mark,
concentration.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Mark, excellent tonight.
Good times. Oh shit! Demogorgon! It's a Demogorgon!
Is there? I can't see it. Something's coming though.
Oh shit! It's a Demogorgon.
Erevan.
No, fireball or protection?
What the fuck?
So we can end on that. So
Yeah.
Great.
you have defeated Trait Shah, the Archbishop of the Raven Queen, as well as subdued a number of the Ebony Guardsmen, only to hear this immense cacophony of noise sounding like the temple of the Raven Queen itself is being ripped asunder just outside your eyesight. You know that you can hear something terrible brewing just on the other side of the door.
Damn.
I need a short rest.
Like shit, I used all my shit.
Not all of it, but yeah, I'm a little fucked.
Damn. Damn.
I thought we hit the boss level. God damn it.
Mm.
That big blacks part of this is not good. No.
Seemed too easy, didn't it?
A little bit.
No.
It was kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, we didn't get hurt really, but it was.
I mean, I dropped a third of my hit points.
Right.
I dropped 5.
I used a couple of high-level spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used.
All right, guys, I gotta go too. Thanks, Mark.
Yes, this is going to be so much fun in the next adventure. So everyone stay glued to your seats because the next time we will have the big reveal of what's making that noise behind the kitchen door, Mommy. And we'll see.
Mark's been waiting for this. Look at how excited he is.
See who truly does hold sway over the Temple of the Raven Queen here in Carrack's Cross.
And finally get to Titan's Day.
There's just so many epic encounters coming up. It's just like unfathomable.
John, it was my pleasure to be there for you.
Thank you
Tonight
all.
was fun.
All right, guys. Yeah.
Everybody.
Many apologies to Service who sat outside sipping martinis in his evening wear all night.
He's drinking his martini the whole night.
He's gonna have a front row seat next time, though, for sure.
Nice, there it is.
Shit.
In fact,
he's gonna have to run back. No, because he had gone back home to clean up, so he's gonna have to come back in his armor. We're gonna have to send a message or something.
He was so pissed for being left out. He's the one destroying the temple right now.
like stupid temple, make me miss my dinner.
He was pissed.
I'm going to turn into a Demogorgon.
All right, I'm out.
Thank you so much,
guys.
Later, guys.
See you next time. We're probably playing Thursday World of Darkness, right?
World of Darkness Thursday.
World of Darkness.
No, DJ.
Is that this?
No.
It's Tommy.
That's the Chicago where you
All
are.
right,
yeah,
cool.
you're Tommy. You're the hunter, assassin,
You just have to tell me
sniper.
who I am, or that I forget.
Which role you are, and
Which
Yeah.
character we have to tell you to point and shoot with.
Tell me the character I play, and I'm done.
Nice.
All right,
Later,
good night,
guys.
everybody.
all right, guys. Peace.
Thanks,
Next
guys.
week.
Great game.